So this is Vampire the Masquerade Chicago episode 66, and we do a quick recap before our new player Simon pops in. Playing Marshal Rodgers. Let me make sure that everybody's name is correctly updated on
Oh, I should do that.
thing.
Yeah.
And yes, so a bit of a recap then. Let's talk about what has happened. So beginning with the fact that there has recently been a massive Sabbat incursion that has destroyed yet another base. Poor Chase this time. He's had his base smashed by a lot of Sabbat incursion. Bloody blah. He's lost another helicopter.
What else is new?
The Federal Aviation Authority is indeed investigating this crash. I'm going to call it the Archer Street crash, by the way. And the news from the newsreels, from the television and the media, are reporting pilots First Lieutenant Darren Shannon, age 23, and Chief Warrant Officer James Wahlberg, age 40, dead in this training exercise. So yeah, that's the official news story that has been released. What else do we know? What else is going on? We know that Marshall has recently been made a vampire, but we'll let him cover that. What's new for Bella?
Well, we buried the best character in the game.
That's true, and I played her, so
Yeah. She was wonderful.
She was wonderful, and we all cried. Well, some of us cried. I cried.
I drew on tears.
You drew on tears. I drew on tears too.
Oh, very good, very good.
I roll.
You roll d10s.
No.
I roll. That's how I roll. Anyway.
Should we start this? That was lame.
Nothing naff bollocks.
Yeah. And then
it's going to be a long night.
After burying Zora, we went to Prince Lodin.
Yep.
Where he's very frustrated at the whole FBI being into this situation.
Yes.
And he showed his thankfulness and kindness, and
as he does.
Yeah, and was very generous beyond belief. Of course, then I woke up from my dream and the real thing happened.
I was going to say,
don't dream.
Generosity and kindness is what Prince Lodin is known for, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's known for it, all right.
Known for it.
In some country far away from here. Yeah.
Right. So, okay, so you've been basically debriefed by the prince and then sent out of the room.
And then we were told about some project he had in mind, and he talked to Amphius about it. He said, remember what we've been getting ready for? Project something.
Right. That is true. Welcome, Simon.
I'm just having my dinner, so just give me a few minutes.
No worries.
No, I didn't get any messages about it starting at 6. Otherwise, I would have been here.
When did we decide? Maybe we decided in last night's game or something. I can't even remember. I don't know.
It was like
I assumed we had
a fair few days ago, but it was on Discord.
Let us.
Was it?
Yeah, it's okay if you missed it. It's all right. Don't worry.
Shall we going forward just say that we're going to start at 6 on Monday nights from now on?
Are we?
Is that good for people?
I don't think so.
You want to be flexible.
Yeah. This was a rare occurrence.
Okay, fair enough. All right then. Okay, so you guys head out of the prince's office, except for Simon's character, Marshal Rodgers. Sorry, Simon Wood, Marshal Rodgers. And where do you go from there? Do you leave the Sears Tower, or do you wait in the waiting room for Marshall to come out?
We'll wait in the waiting room for Marshall to come out.
Okay. All right. Well, when you get to the waiting room, you run into Mr. Gorgon, who's sitting out there, having a conversation with a retainer at present, you assume. And they stop talking as you walk in. Gorgon looks up at you. You guys know who Gorgon is, right?
I don't remember.
No, neither do I.
You guys suck. Frank Gorgon, Irish fellow, who gave you a bunch of FBI.
Oh, yeah, okay. My brain woke up now. Yeah.
Wilder of the Prince, amongst many others.
I don't think that was him, but sure.
Well, it was either him or Tommy Hines.
Tommy Hines.
Yeah, Tommy Hines gave us the thing. Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Okay.
Who sucks now?
Yeah. Yeah, go on, pick on the judge so I can get another thing destroyed.
See how that goes for you every time you pick on me.
Yeah. How it goes for me every time you pick on him.
I don't know. Sage got shot up last night, so, there's that.
Yeah, but you blew my whole building away. Mind you did kill, what's her name? Now, come on. Zora of the Valley.
Oh, good job.
See, I remembered.
Yeah.
And that's a miracle in itself, so I'm going to write this day down.
Write it down. Write it down. So, okay, so it's Tommy Hines. My apologies. Who is sitting out here having a chat with a retainer. And you see Edward Neely come in as well from outside. He walks in and looks over at you, and he smiles kindly to you in his slightly plastic fake smile that he has. You can't tell whether that's his intention or not, but that's how it comes across. And he sits down. Are you guys going to sit down here as well, or what?
Yeah, I'm sitting down. I've had a hard night.
I'll sit with Chase.
All right. Well, Mr. Neely looks over to you and he says, well, good evening. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Having a busy evening then, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
He sort of subtly adjusts his toupee without meaning to bring any attention to it, but he can't help himself.
Have you ever lost anyone, Mr. Neely?
Well, of course. I think you would be hard-pressed to find anybody in our community that hasn't. Why do you ask?
Because I just lost someone quite important to me.
Oh.
I'm just wondering if you have.
I have. I'm very sorry to hear that. If it helps, I can get you some discounts on some flowers and cards and things. I can probably get you some delivered, actually.
It's all right. I do planting myself.
I see.
Yeah. So.
Well, you do have my condolences if it's of any help at all.
Thank you.
It is hard to lose people. I do understand, but as I've learned, it happens from time to time, and it's never a good thing. So.
No, it's not.
Please tell me if there's anything I can help with,
Thank you.
Of course. And Hines looks over at you guys. He says, well, you lot, you're the coterie, aren't you, that Chicago Queen coterie? You're the new ones, is that right?
We go by Minerva's Shield.
I see.
There is no Chicago Queen coterie anymore.
Oh, well, that's sad. Everyone in the, among our community, as Mr. Neely puts it, still speaks of the coterie quite fondly. We miss the old Chicago Queen. That boat was quite an asset, quite a special thing, I recall it from a long time ago when it first came into the city, back in the days when it was still a steamship, being used for purposes besides tours and parties, that type of thing. Nonetheless, are you the ones I met that one time? Forgive my memory, I've been distracted. Did you come to my offices once?
Oh, we did.
That was you two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it gave you a whole bunch of Federal Bureau of Investigations badges and uniforms, didn't I?
Yes.
You gave us well, the badges at least, and they have come in handy.
And a car.
Aye. Well, apparently the city's crawling with FBI now, so you might find them useful.
Something to consider. Do you perhaps have one more?
I can manage another one if you need. Yeah, of course, I can manage that. Just be careful, they're unofficial. You'll find if they start running the numbers, they'll quickly fall into the deceased category.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Right. If you want better ones, I can probably look into that, but might take a few weeks. You could probably get them yourself these nights. There's enough of the bastards running around.
Right. It's kind of a scary thought.
Aye, that is something of a scary thought, yes. Yes, there's a lot of activity happening at the moment. Yes. So, are you waiting to speak to the prince?
Oh no, I've already spoken to him.
I see.
We're just waiting on someone that is speaking to him.
Oh, who's that?
A new gangrel by the name of Marshal.
A new gangrel named Marshal. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I'm not aware of him. How long has he been around?
Not very long.
That would explain why I've not heard of him.
Mm.
So there's a new gangrel called Marshal, says Mr. Neely. Interesting. Well, I will have to make sure he receives a proper invitation to the Deli Plaza and receives all the correct and proper discounts.
Oh yeah, he'd love that.
I like to make sure that everybody has their own parking spaces and special valet services at the Deli Plaza. Those of us who are, among our kindred folk.
That's awfully kind.
Well, of course, it's good for business, obviously. So, and it does help foster community. This must be your friend now, says Neely, looking over to you. Marshal, as you come out of the prince's... Wait a minute, Marshal hasn't come out of the prince's office.
Yeah, what?
Not yet.
That will be in a moment.
Spoken to the prince.
Assuming that you survive this meeting with the prince.
Don't be an asshole.
Cutting back to the to that scene in the prince's chambers. So just as a reminder, Lodin is wearing this cream-colored suit with very wide shoulder pads. It looks like he's been wearing them since the 80s. Very much a power dresser. He has a pink tie on with that. He's got blonde hair swept back and kind of... he's had it styled and it looks nice, but it is a mullet. There's no getting around that. And he seems to have sharp cheekbones and Nordic-looking features, you would say, at a pinch, whatever that means. And he's fairly tall and muscular under that suit. You suspect he looks like he would have been a fit person in life before being made a vampire. And he stands in front of you at this point. Are you sitting or standing next to the board table now?
I hadn't sat down, so I would have remained standing, unless he sits down.
Right.
Tells me to.
No. He steps over in your direction now, walking around the board table. He peers out the huge glass windows overlooking the city and the lake in the distance and the Hancock Center below. Hancock Center is another massive skyscraper, one of the two that are very similar to the Sears Tower. You can see the flashing lights on the roof on these two pylons that stick up in the air for airplanes and choppers and such. He says, so, Mr. Marshal, Mr. Marshal, or is it something else?
Mr. Marshal Rodgers. No one really has ever called me Mr.
Well, how do you prefer to be addressed?
Marshal is just fine if that's okay with you.
Very well, I shall call you Marshal then. I have 5 laws here in my city. I should like you to take note of them. If you obey these laws, I shall not harm you, and nor will I allow others to harm you. The first of these laws is that none in my city shall kill or leave behind any evidence of their feasting. If your slaying shall cause an investigation among the police, or worse, among the press, then I shall track you down and extinguish you. Or if others speak for you, I may merely exile you. You must lick all the wounds that you leave and dispose of the corpses of any bodies that you kill. I will hold, and always do hold, the 4th tradition in strong regard, and I do not take such violations of the Masquerade lightly either. That is my first law. Second of these 5 laws, do not harm the travelers to this city, tourists and the like, for their wealth is our wealth. Our wealth is based upon the travelers, the commerce, and so you may feed from such, but never, in any case, leave any evidence of your feasting on these individuals. Do you understand? Do not.
Don't shit in our nest?
Precisely, Mr. Rodgers, or Marshal, I should say. Precisely. If you should test me on this, you will find there will be dire consequences.
I understand.
Now, my third rule is that I wish you to have nothing to do among the press. They are to be ignored, strictly ignored. They are my domain. Neither should you attempt to create contacts or retainers among the police of this city. They are also strictly my domain.
Okay, I think I get that, yes. Stay away from the cops. Stay away from the press. Yep.
Now, are you aware of Elysium?
No, I can't say I am.
Elysium, there are a number of locations within the city and indeed within all Camarilla cities in the world that have been deemed and labeled Elysium among the kindred. You will keep the sanctity of Elysium. That is our place of rest and recreation. No acts of violence or struggle shall be tolerated within the halls of Elysium, whether that is the Chicago Art Institute or the theater or any of the other places that we have labeled or deemed to be Elysium within the city. You may attend my court there, for I hold court at the Chicago Art Institute, on frequent occasion, usually 2 or 3 times a week, whereupon you may come and list your grievances or ask for advice, seek contacts, or merely enjoy the Elysium itself, the recreational aspects without fear of retribution or violence. So, that is our place of rest and recreation. No act of violence or struggle shall be tolerated. Your conflicts must not be carried onto the sanctity of its grounds. Are we clear?
Yes.
Very good.
I was introduced to the Masquerade by Antheus, as well as some other laws. I haven't had time to study them, as I only just recently become one of the exalted ones. But understand, yes, pretty much keep my nose clean.
Keep your nose clean.
Shit in the nest.
Don't shit in the
Don't try and influence the cops or the press.
Very good. Finally, I do not wish you to hold commerce with my enemies or those who should seek to usurp my rightful authority. I shall repay treachery with treachery, rebellion with iron might. Let me caution you. I know all that happens within my realm. Do not think you can keep secrets from me. Heed these words. Do not attempt to disobey my laws. I am a fair and even-tempered prince, but I warn you, do not cross me, Marshal Rodgers, for my temper hath no bounds.
I don't believe I will ever be in a position to try and attempt that.
Very well. Most excellent. I feel that you have listened and heard what I have had to say. I shall leave your understandings of our 6 traditions in the hands of your very capable sire, Antheus. Antheus holds great respect within our court. He is the childer of an Archon, sadly passed away, Archon Tyrrus. Unfortunately, and I shall point this out to you now before others do, Archon Tyrrus, despite his great and long service to our kindred community here in Chicago and the New World, broke my sanctity of Elysium recently in an attack that can only be seen as some sort of twisted Sabbat incursion. I'm not sure how the Sabbat twisted his mind or what it is they did to him or how, but nonetheless, he was made to believe that he was mine enemy. And after many years of service to me, our clan, and our city, he attacked me personally within the halls of the Chicago Art Institute itself, one of the most grievous violations possible. He is your great-grandsire. I do not wish to see you repeat his mistakes. I shall have it known to you that it was I that ordered him to be put down immediately.
I understand.
My generals did this with much efficacy. There's a word. Efficacy? Efficacy. That's the word. So, do you have any questions for me, Mr. Marshall, at this point?
I have questions, but I don't know probably how to answer them. But I'm sure Antheus and the rest of my new friends can enlighten me further. I shan't take up more of your time.
Oh, no.
Lord Tyrrus? No, Lodar?
Lodin.
Prince Lodar?
Lodin.
Lodin. Prince Lodin.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck that up. Lodin, at this point, uses a power called Majesty upon you. And Majesty basically is like a level 5 presence discipline. That's like the highest level presence discipline available to most vampires. And this causes you to fall to your knees in front of him. You're completely unable to attack him or even move towards him. And simultaneously and in waves, he uses awe as well. So you think he's fucking amazing. You can try and resist this if you want to. I can tell you outright that it will be very, very hard. But you can try, and it will cost a lot of willpower points to resist this sense that he's extraordinarily rightful, justified, and, you know, his position is his. Like he earned it, and you respect it. All of those types of feelings flood you.
There would be some resistance at start because it's something new. So obviously I would try and stop it from happening to me somehow.
Right. As you're looking up at him from your knees, he's almost like there's a halo behind him. He stands there like this magnificent figure of righteousness and justice. Clearly it's a magical effect. It's,
yes.
Yeah. If you want to resist it,
coming of the Lord.
You can cross off as many willpower as you want to spend to try and resist this, or not. It's up to you.
No, I'm not going to. Game mechanics. I'm not going to waste willpower on this because I know it was just be failure. But I would have had some sort of resistance to this effect coming on.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah, and then it just would have overwhelmed me. And I fall to my knees and see him as, well, Christ.
Well, yeah, exactly. And then he kneels down by you as if in compassion with your situation and your condition. He kneels to be at your level. And he says, as if he's confiding in you like a very close friend, he says, I do have a request of you, if you would take it.
Anything, Master.
He says, I have had endless troubles with those who have sought to usurp my power. These have at times included members of your own clan, sadly, and I do not mean to cast aspersions upon you. You've had no choice in your bloodline. You are new to this world. But I do seek an ally within the ranks of your clan, someone who might report directly to me from time to time.
I'm sure I can do that. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. He says, there is 2 things that you can do. Well, perhaps 3, he says, besides keeping an eye upon the coterie from within and reporting to me of their movements, their activities, their missions, their resources, how it is they spend the money that I have provided them. There is recently come to our city a vampire from the old world by the name of Vincent Meyer. This Archon has been very secretive about his activities here. Ostensibly, he is here to fight the Sabbat and is involved with your own coterie's activities, but my own observations suggest that he is splitting his focus between this and some other form of investigation. I fear he is seeking to pervert justice in the city, and I should not wish to see that come to pass. Thus, I should like you to gain his trust. You are in a perfect position to do so. Outwardly, this Vincent Meyer acts with compassion and speaks with honesty and authority of the good and proper. But I believe this to be a ruse. He is working for the old world, for the vampires of the inner circle, perhaps, or perhaps somebody else. It's hard to say. I do not trust him. I do not believe he can be trusted. And so I should like you to befriend him, amongst other things, and seek to inform me of his true purpose here in Chicago. He is not wanted nor needed here. We have things in hand. And finally, as this Archon Meyer, he seems to be very deeply connected and attached to our Primogen counselor Inyanga. She, similarly, I do not entirely trust, for she is old and from the old world. I should ask that you do me a small favor now. Firstly, he says, you must promise me, and now he's going to dominate you. He looks into your eyes and he says, you will never speak of this to anyone, nor will you be able to recall this conversation if asked. And he says, I wish you, in your subconscious state, unknowing even to yourself, to place this. And he hands you this tiny device inside of Inyanga's quarters, her house, her most used meeting room where it will provide the most information. You will place it there secretly, activate it, and then forget that it has ever been done.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Very good, Mr. Rodgers.
Look in my pocket.
Well done. I appreciate your loyalty in these matters. He stands up. Have happy memories of this conversation. Not too happy, or they will be suspicious. He finishes his... So he dominates you to do that as well. So your recollections of this conversation will be, he told you about his laws and a few other bits and pieces, but obviously that part of the conversation is locked now.
Yep.
All right. Very well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Prince Lodin. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Finally, a small token of my appreciation. And he hands you a pin, a tie pin, and it has the gangrel symbol of your clan etched into it beautifully, and it's quite expensive. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you again, Lodin. I'm sort of coming to from this powerful experience.
All right. So leaving the room, you guys have been having this conversation outside with the others. When Mr. Rodgers comes out, Edward nearly looks over to you. You must be Mr. Rodgers.
Yeah. Marshal Rodgers.
Nearly stands up. He's this fairly good-looking fellow with short hair. You can make a perception. What is this? A witness check. Wits and awareness check.
Oh dear, oh dear.
What do we get here?
1.
That's really good. 2. You got 2.
2 altogether. Okay. You notice there's something funny about his hairline. But besides that, he seems to be a very clean-cut and good-looking individual, almost like a politician. He says, Mr. Neely, as he shakes your hand, or he goes to shake your hand.
So I'm still a bit dazed from this experience that I've had, so I'm a bit slow and shake his hand.
Right. He says, I would like to offer you my business card, first of all, and inform you that as a new member of our community, to welcome you to come anytime to the Dali Plaza, day or night, preferably nighttime because of obvious reasons, where you can purchase most of the things that you might ever need. I invite you to come up to our executive suites when you arrive on your first visit, and meet some of the staff who can show you around and assist you with any purchases. So on and
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've heard the others talk about the Dali Plaza. Yeah.
Right. Well, I have been given charge of the place. It is in fact my domain. So anytime that you need to purchase anything that's, within the confines and bounds of my expertise, do come and visit.
We're sure to.
Excellent. And here, I have some vouchers here for you too. He gives you some vouchers to give you discounts on stuff, mostly.
Grab it in the business card and just shove them in the back pocket of my jeans and look around and see Bells and Chase.
Yep.
Looking for a friendly face, I am.
Right. There's this other guy sitting there too. Looks like an older man with short curly hair. Edward Neely's got short curly blonde hair. This guy's got wavy brown hair, but still in his 40s or 50s. A bit more thick set. This fellow looks over at you. He doesn't actually say anything to you, but he seems to have been in a conversation with these other two, your friends. Well, Mr. Hines then shakes your hand, Chase.
Okay, I'll shake his hand.
Well, I suppose I should let you all go then. Turns to you, Bells, and shakes your hand too. You give me a call if you need any more of those things discussed, yeah? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Hamilton, is it?
Yes.
Do you still, have you got any of those choppers left? Or did they fuck up the whole place or what?
They wiped out the entire place.
You wouldn't be needing a loan or anything, would you?
If I do need one, I'll let you know.
All right. Of course.
Gotta see the situation first, properly, after the event. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do understand that, yes. Well, I've got some work to do. I suppose I should let you all go then. Oh, and you must be the new one, he says, standing up, turns to you.
Yeah, Marshall. My name's Marshall.
Marshall, is it? You can call me Mr. Hines.
What? Like the source?
Not like the fucking source, you asshole. Are you trying to be funny or something?
No, I just thought that you might be something to do with the famous source. There's all sorts of well-to-do, pretty connected people around here. I'm meeting them all the time.
Oh, you are quite funny, I suppose. He takes out a business card. He says, no, my name is Tommy Hines. That's Hinds, not the German spelling, the Irish. Puts it in your hand.
Shove it in my back pocket as well.
Right, off you go then. And you
We
guys
should definitely go.
You guys head out.
Yeah.
Just before you head out, one of the security guards standing by the door that goes out to the hallway where the lift is, he raises his hand to his ear like he's receiving a message, and then he opens the doors for you, but then walks out quickly in front of you, moves down the hallway as you come out, and you see him go and whisper in the ears of the security operators down there.
Why are they doing that?
I just need to quickly go for just a couple of minutes. I'll let everyone else get out of the building.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Okay. I look at Chase.
Barry has a problem.
What's Barry's problem?
Well, and I'm being honest here, before you did what you just did,
Yeah.
Chase is thinking that he might do that.
Right.
Yes.
It's an obvious move.
Yeah, but
Bells has forgotten, but I knew, but Bells has forgotten because she's got other shit to worry about.
Right.
So
that's fair enough.
seems to her mind.
And Chase may also be frazzled from all of the events as well. Just I don't know whether that's going to affect him or not. That's up to you. He's a Mulcahy.
We were with Antheus, and I think he's always on the ball.
Right. Well, Antheus
he's a little bit worried.
Right. Curiously enough, when you came out, Antheus had left. So.
okay.
Right, so we will just
Almost
continue
as if
walking.
Lodin wanted to separate all of you somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes Chase feel a little funny.
Right. I'll get you two to make wits and... Do we have wits and investigation?
Yeah.
Yep. Can we have wits and investigation checks? Chase, I'm going to roll that for you.
1.
1 for you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Investigation for Chase. Why does that not pop up when I try to click on it?
I don't know.
Ooh, I tried to put Chase's character sheet in a tab, which worked, but now I'm wondering whether that's why it's not rolling. Wits and investigation. Nope, still not rolling. Okay, let's just go back to the. It's trying to roll it on the map.
Take the first one. It's much better.
Hang on.
Okay. Okay.
It was the wrong thing anyway.
Oh.
Okay, look, I'm going to start again. It was a whole series of rolls because I was trying to get it to work, and that's why it's doing that. Come on. Changes. Come on. Why loady? Loady. Oh, give me a chance to get.
Because basically Chase had looked at all the reports and come up with his own theories, which is why he thinks the prince would do that. Because it's what he would do.
Right.
If he needed to find out about an enemy or
Sense. Did it roll?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so no successes. And what did you get? 2 successes.
1.
1 success. Oh, I see.
You rolled a few times.
I did.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so you notice that after you go through the security, they give you the rigmarole, as usual. Although it's heading outwards, they give you all your stuff, but they do just sort of scan you again on the way out. Whereas your new friend Marshall just goes straight through security. They don't scan him at all on the way out. Anyway, you head down and you get in the elevator.
Why do you get special treatment, Marshall? Don't worry, it's fine. Come up with my own little narratives here.
All right. So heading down in the elevator, listening to the elevator music as usual. You get to the underground car park where the doors open and you're let out into the parking lot there. You can make perception checks, please. Whitson.
Sorry, I'm back.
Hello.
Issues with dogs and wives and things.
Okay.
Wits and awareness in the parking lot.
No, I'm still.
Wow.
Okay.
For my,
messy crit.
Messy crit. I don't know how you're going to explain that, but what you do notice, and maybe it's your reaction to what you notice, is that Antheus's bike is here.
Where did he go? I'm gonna be like I guess more animalistic. I'll walk over to his vehicle and just sort of like heightened senses, sniff around, see if he's been here recently.
Okay, you can make another. Well, no, I'm gonna let you use that. Continue using that.
Okay.
The seat is cold, although he's a vampire, so it probably would be cold. The engine is cold, so he hasn't been anywhere. The keys are still in the ignition. It doesn't look like any of the pouches or boxes on the side of the bike have been touched or opened.
Right. I'm going to try and call him up.
All right. It goes to answer phone. It goes to answer phone after about 6 rings.
Okay. I'm looking around like a mother lion that's lost her cub, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Because that's how I imagine she would have messy criticals, very animalistic.
Makes sense. Right. How do you guys react to Belladonna's animalistic searching, if at all?
So, Antheus, you're worried about Antheus.
Yes.
Where did he go?
That's what I'm wondering. Where is he?
Haven't seen him since we were in with the prince.
I'm gonna run up to Frankie. Well, call the elevator, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. The elevator door's open and Frankie's there. Hey,
where's Antheus?
Antheus? I don't know his name. I don't know anybody's names really, but are you talking about that guy with the slick back hair, kind of Latino looking guy, biker?
That's the one. Where is he? Did he come down here? Where is he gone?
No, he hasn't come down yet.
Where did he go?
Well, I guess he's probably still upstairs somewhere.
Okay, take me upstairs. Please.
Sure, okay. So what floor are we going to? Top floor?
Oh, you didn't see him leave, right? So
No.
it must be the top floor.
Yeah, probably. Unless he took the stairs or something. Or that, I don't know, there's a number of different ways out of there, but this is the most secure. It's the way that most of you guys come and go. Okay, so Zoom, you go up to the top floor again. What are you two doing? Did you get in the lift or not?
I'm gonna go on the stairs.
You're gonna go on the stairs.
Yeah.
110 floors. That's a lot of stairs.
110 floors. I don't give a flying patootie.
Okay.
I'll take a rest if I need it,
Okay, well, as it happens, after the first 20 floors, the stairs run out and you have to change stairwells. And between stairwells, they have security, and Secure Corp has them under tight control. So being able to use the stairs will only take you so far before you get funneled down into the end of the commercial building, basically saying that you can't get out of the civilian zone. Basically, the stairs won't take you to the prince's chambers or to the top floors by any stretch. They just don't go there. There might be other stairs that you don't know about, but you don't know how to access them. You can get as far as the restaurant on the 49th floor.
Okay.
From there, you can take an elevator back down to the ground floor, move back to the parking lot, and get in the restricted lift that Bells just took, which does go to the top floor. But that's all going to take, like, running up those stairs is going to take 20 minutes so far. I mean, just to get there is like a 20-minute. I mean, if you run, you could do it in maybe 5 if you're using celerity or something. Maybe not celerity because it would use too much blood.
I'll run.
All right, so you ran all the way up there, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Marshall, what are you doing?
I would have tagged along with Bells. I'm not wanting to be left alone around here.
All right.
I'm still, a bit like a lost.
When you get to the top floor, the doors open, and you see Antheus coming out of through the security towards the lift.
I run through and I give him a hug. Just like run into his arms.
Hey, what the hell? What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I was so worried about you.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
What? What are you doing?
I saw your vehicle. It wasn't there. You weren't there.
So? What do you think? I got killed or something? In the fucking princess chambers?
Yeah.
You're out of your mind, man.
Are you okay, Antheus?
Are you okay? What do you think happened? We came out of the prince's chamber talking to him. We had the meeting with the prince. I came out first. He has asked me to wait for him. He wanted to talk to me afterwards. I waited for him. He had his conversation with my child, Marshall. Then he came to see me.
Okay.
What did you think happened?
Look, I don't know what happened to me, but I felt like I needed to see you and make sure that you were okay.
Come on, let's get out of here. We can't have this conversation here. This is stupid.
Okay, I'll go with him.
So, Marshall, you get in the elevator.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're good? Okay, good.
Chat with the prince. He told me it's like I've got 6 rules from you and 4 rules from him. It's
only 4 from him.
Much, but yeah.
Only 4. He should have given you 5.
I can only remember 4.
Can only remember 4. Okay. Well, let's go through Lodin's laws one more time before anybody fucks that up, okay? So, number 1, evidence of your feasting, right? Yeah, don't leave any evidence. Yes. Nothing that's going to cause an investigation with the cops. Number 2, don't harm any travelers or tourists.
Yep. Don't kill the tourists. Yep.
Right. Number 3, Don't touch the press. Don't touch the cops. Number
Yeah,
4.
yeah, got that one.
Right. Number 4 is Elysium, and number 5, do not
Yes.
have anything to do with my enemies.
I forgot about the enemies one. Right, yes.
Yeah.
That was just like, so obvious it didn't really register.
Right. Yeah, I know. This is a little bit, paranoid. Okay. Are we good then? Let's go. You get to back down to the parking lot and step out. So
I ring. Which character are you today?
Belladonna.
Belladonna. I ring Bell.
Belladonna, your phone rings.
I answered the phone. Hello?
You found him? Any luck?
I did. It's okay. It's okay. He's safe.
Anthony shakes his head.
You guys wait for me. I'm just coming down.
Okay, we will.
All right, so you come all the way back downstairs again, and they wait for you.
So, Antheus, you haven't had moments where, like, all of a sudden you feel protective or more animalistic or anything?
Yeah, of course. I don't know. What do you mean? You saying you lost your fucking cool in there?
No, I came down here and you weren't around. And
listen, Bella, okay? Listen to me carefully, okay? We're Gangrel. You're still in the parking lot right now. We're Gangrel. This place here is Fentrue territory. We cannot lose our cool here. We cannot be seen to show any weakness here. They have recordings of this. Everything. He looks over to the camera that's in the parking lot. You see that? Now, they may or may not be able to hear what we're saying. I don't know. Probably they can. But we can't go losing our cool here. This will get used against us. If not us, then our kin.
okay. I will try and control it.
How did you guys get here anyway? Whose vehicle did you come in?
Taxi.
Vincenzi. I'm not there to say Vincenzi, but Vincenzi.
Yeah, Vincenzi's probably sitting in a car across the way. Yeah, he may well have brought you in his taxi. Sounds reasonable. I don't remember. So Vincenzi's over, sitting on the bonnet of his vehicle, smoking a cigarette, as he's wont to do. He gives you the wave as you walk over in that direction, I assume. Right. Anthony says, "Now, Marshal."
Yes. Antheus.
I got some things to do tonight, all right?
Okay.
Keep yourself occupied with these guys.
Yeah, I'll stick close.
Antheus looks over at you guys. He says, "Can you look after Marshal for the night? Keep an eye on him. Make sure he gets to feed, does the things he needs to do, learns what he needs to learn, etc., etc."
Sure.
You do that for me?
I'll do that.
I really appreciate that. Great. Yeah. So welcome to the Gangrel, Marshal.
Thank you, Antheus. It's been a bit of a ride so far.
Yeah. Oh, I also have to tell you, Sledge texted me a message, something to do with a Ducati.
Ah, sweet. Yeah.
He told me that he's parked it up at the cave. Do you know where that is?
I do. I'll take you there.
These guys know. All right. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
He,
see you, Antheus. We'll see you around.
Gets on his bike, puts on his goggles, no helmet, just goggles, starts it up and roars out through the entranceway.
Just gotta wait on Chase.
All right. Well, Chase, you get down there.
Where's Antheus?
He's just headed off now. Is something wrong?
Marshal? Hey.
Yeah.
Come where will we go? I have no home now.
Hey, Chase, how you doing?
Hey, Vincenzi, how's it?
Well, I wouldn't say that you got no home. You know, I got a couple of places organized. I'm not a complete idiot, you know.
I didn't say you were a complete idiot, Vincenzi.
He smiles. He's like, of course not. You know better than that.
Yeah.
I got a couple of places. I you know, keep them on standby. You know, you might say safe places. Safe
Okay.
can't be anyway.
Let's go to one of them.
Well, the nearest place I got organized is I got a apartment about a block from here. It's up on the 12th floor. It's pretty nondescript. There's a back door entrance. There's an underground parking lot. It's all private. I boarded up well, you know, I blacked it out. At least a couple of the rooms I blacked out. One of the rooms is still open, you know, because I don't want to make it all suspicious and shit. And you might want to look out the fucking window from time to time.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go there for a few minutes.
Okay, we'll
Do
stop.
you mind if we stop by Zora's place? I need to pick up her spider monkey.
Okay.
Spider
Let's do
monkey?
that. Let's do that.
Wait a minute. Oh, we starts driving. You want to bring a spider monkey into the car?
Yeah, is that a bad
I'm
thing?
talking about an
or-
actual monkey here, like a ook monkey, you know? Is that
Yes,
what-
but it's not that big.
Spider
well,
monkeys.
spider monkey. Yeah.
About that big.
You know, I don't want a fucking spider monkey crawling all over me while I'm driving the car, you know?
It's okay, I'll hold on to him.
Okay.
Or-
You know, this place has got a no pets policy.
Right. But I mean, I'm just worried that, no one's fed her.
And we got an address for this place that we're going, Zora's apartment or whatever it is.
Yes, it is blah. And it'll be like a standalone house.
Okay, that's a bit of a way out. I think probably we should look at one of the other places then instead of the apartment. I got a couple of offices that I rented for you. Well, you know,
Cool.
they might work. That's again another underground car park kind of stuff. All right, so you get to Zora's place. Does anybody want or do anything between here and there?
Chase doesn't, because he's trying to sort himself out now.
Okay,
He's trying to sort himself out. Yeah.
very good.
He has a plan.
Here's a plan. Okay. So then you get to Zora's old house.
Yes.
And you go in, I take it, Bells.
Yep. I'll have a key. I go in, pick up the spider monkey. He's probably in a cage.
Zora the kind to keep a monkey in a cage?
Probably not.
I suspect that there's a room that the monkey has.
I don't know why she picked the spider monkey, but
Bit of a
she
mess.
used to be able to talk to her. So I will pick up the spider monkey.
Does it have a name?
I don't remember the name, but I think I might go with Oya to go with the goddess.
Okay.
I think that's something she would do. Yep. And I'll sort of look around. I can't really do much with everything yet, but maybe in the future I will. For the time being, I'll look up to the monkey.
All right. So Bells comes back to the car with a monkey.
Okay.
What's Marshall thinking right now?
Starting to feel a bit hungry.
No.
I didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking.
Right. That's fair.
But then I've also got all these rules and laws running around in my head. I'm thinking, just keep it together. Just keep it together. Yeah. Okay. And I did feed earlier. So how many times a night do you have to feed? You feed when you get hungry.
Feed when you're hungry, yeah.
Yeah, it pretty much depends on what you do. Like the more you use, the more you rouse the blood, the more often you'll need to feed, most likely.
No, so I'm okay. So I'm not that hungry. No. Doing all right.
Okay. So from there you head off and you Vincenzi takes you to this apartment, to this office block. It's a low flat office block. and parks up in the underground parking lot there. The security doesn't seem to be obvious. It's kind of low key. The whole place is pretty low key. And you go in through the back doors, up the stairs. There's no elevator this time. And you find yourselves in these empty office block, like offices, basically. It's like a whole floor empty. It's the third floor. One side is just windows looking down onto the river outside, and you can see boats passing by downstairs, down outside, and there's a bit of a tree line between here and the river. The other side of the river, you can see other buildings, blocks, houses, and things over there. You can see a bridge further up from where you are. At one end of the room, there is set up a few things like a couple of TV screens, computer monitors, stuff like that. Some big crates, and there's like straw, or what would it be, like hay kind of things for packing materials that have been pulled out of some of those crates, just laying on the concrete floor and the concrete dust. On the far side, there's a bunch of orange and yellow power tools and stuff for drilling concrete. And you can see there's a section that's been taped off for construction, all within this big open plan office area. There are some toilets that are attached, and a couple of intact offices that have like glass windows on the walls to, sort of semi-opaque, or should we say transparent, translucent glass windows with some sort of corporate-looking floral pattern etched into the glass. If you go right up to it, you can see little cracks where you can see through the translucent coloring. There's a board table in there. There's a radio sitting on the board table.
Okay.
A few chairs stacked up in the corner. There's a sofa in the main room. He shows you around. So I know it's not much, I just kind of got this place like yesterday. So the half this stuff doesn't even belong to us. They're probably going to take it away in the next couple of days. So if you want to tell me what you want down here, I can probably organize it with Jules. She can help me out with the finances.
Okay. Okay, we'll talk about that later, Vincent.
Yeah, when you get time.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Sure. And wander over to the couch and sit down.
There's a coffee table next to the couch. There's a kitchenette also.
Put my feet up on the coffee table and
Are you okay?
just about wiped out, and just this is all a bit new. Still
Definitely.
finding my feet here.
Of course. Then
Vincenzi pulls the blinds closed across the front of the office. You never be too sure.
Marshall, we're friends, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I think you guys are the only friends I've got now.
Oh, no, I'm sure you'll have a lot more before you're finished. I want you to be relaxed, Dominate.
Dominate?
Yes.
In order to do that, it would be a rouse check. Because it's level 2. Let me just double check.
All right. So I'll roll you a rouse check then. No successes, so you gain a hunger level. Have you fed recently? Not really.
No, I haven't had the chance.
Engine or specs versus this is the one, isn't it? No, that's wrong. Sorry. There we go. Dominate.
So this is compel that he's using, or mesmerize.
He's using I think it's compel, because I'm
Compel
trying to
is
get
the
him
one words thing. So you could say relax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sweet.
Right,
Well, in
so
that case, it's free. It's charisma and dominate
charisma and
versus Marshal's intelligence and resolve.
So,
all right. So charisma and dominate versus what is it against?
Marshal's intelligence and resolve.
Okay, so what's your intelligence and resolve, please?
and to get is 4.
Okay, intelligence and resolve. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, he gets 4 successes on you for that. So you relax.
Yep.
I've got 2.
No,
You
Right.
got 3.
I relax. Ah.
which makes his mind more open because he's relaxed.
All right,
All right,
we'll see.
I would like you to hand over your clothes to Vincenzi, please.
I'm not taking my clothes off. Go.
Dominate. I would like you to hand over your clothes to Vincenzi, please.
So a rouse check. That's his rouse check this time.
He's not being mean, he's just being soft-voiced and...
Well, that's the thing. You should be mean because...
And no, he's got
manipulate,
determination. He's got command in his voice, but not so as to scare him, because what's the point of relaxing him if you're going to scare him?
I'm trying to resolve in my own head Chase's actions here.
Because
I think it's fair that he would be suspicious of the prince. That's fair.
So I have learned also that people have trackers on them. And his business had just been destroyed by trackers.
Right, but
So
those were Sabat trackers, weren't they?
Yeah, but he doesn't trust anybody at this point. He doesn't even know if he can trust his own prince at this point. Any investigation they've done has slightly said that, okay, the prince may be involved with the Sabat and not know it. He could be being dominated himself.
Right.
Yeah, so he's working along those lines. He's hoping like hell that's not the case.
So are you going to do this to Bells as well?
Yes, I'm going to do it to the one that just left, because anybody who was alone with the prince, including himself, would be in danger.
Right. So does he? So he doesn't know whether he's doing this as well. He may also.
Yes, he's going to have to get somebody he trusts to do it. And that would be, he'd go to the old lady and ask her to do it.
The old lady?
Yes, at the mental asylum.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to her because he can't trust himself either.
Okay, so you made a rouse check of 1 success, so you don't lose any more hunger on this. This is good. And you are doing dominate level 2 this time. This is mesmerize this time, right?
Yeah.
Manipulate and dominate for you, and intelligence and resolve for Marshall.
Okay, so Marshall, sorry, not Marshall, Hamill, Chase, you get 3 successes.
He kicked your ass.
He got 4 successes actually. Chase got 4.
Oh, it's a tie.
It's a tie. So in the case
like an absolute tie.
just roll it again.
I
we
would
just
probably...
we just re-roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, hold on. The thing is, if he's resisted it, then he's free.
and I think given that Chase has just already told you to relax,
Experience.
his dominate, that would...
Yeah, I'll allow for another one, I think.
All right, so we're going to go again. So Chase, you get 3 again. Marshall gets 3 again.
God damn it, guys. Could you stop?
Well, I think Marshall, you might be resisting this a bit. Why don't we do another minute of role playing and then try again?
I think it's a good idea.
So Chase,
I'm totally unaware of what's going on. Do I feel anything?
he's telling you to take your clothes off, and he's doing it in a way that is compelling you I think that you are aware at this point that well, have you ever become aware of dominate before? Have you seen other people do it?
Yeah, I think Antheus did at the club.
Right. And were you aware that you were being dominated at the time?
I wasn't dominating me.
I wasn't dominating
Someone
you.
else.
Okay.
He was dominating the women.
Right. So that they would fuck off or keep quiet or something to that effect.
Okay. So they would just not resist me.
All right. Well, why don't we make a wits and awareness? Actually, just make a wits and awareness check to see whether or not you begin to suspect he's trying to dominate you.
I should be able to see this. So
You can make a wits and awareness check too.
okay.
2 for me.
It'll be easier for you, Bells, because you know what to look for. So 2 for you, Marshall. Okay. This does remind you of that look that Antheus has given you.
This one.
Chase, you're gonna have to give me a good reason why you want me to take my clothes off. I've had a hell of a day already.
Because the prince could have dominated you, and now you could be working for him to betray us.
After hearing that, I will interject and say, I finally understand why you're asking him to do that.
We're just checking.
I mean, you were on your own. We were told not to be alone with him, with the prince.
All I can remember is he introduced me to the group and told me 4 or was it 5 rules? I can't quite get that one. 5. That's right. Andrew said it was 5. Yeah, 5 rules.
I will appear around Marshall with the monkey on my back, and I will just start like massaging you to sort of try a little bit more to make him more relaxed.
So that's all I'm doing, Marshall. I'm trying to see if he has dominated you.
You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing, do you? Says Vincenzi. You never did a pat down before in your lives, I can tell.
I'm a pilot, Vincenzi, not a
I hear you tell. You like that guy on Star Trek, you know? What does he say? I'm a fucking doctor, not an engineer or some shit. Anyway, I heard it before.
Dr. McCoy, yes.
Down?
I'm going to show you guys how to do a proper pat down, and then you're going to know how to do it. How about that? And that's going to give you 3 experience points towards your security skills.
That don't exist. There's no security.
There's no security, but there must be something.
Can we go with investigation, maybe?
Investigation. Yeah, it could be investigation.
It's technically investigating.
Really? We don't have security anymore. Fuck. That is so lame.
Technology, but I don't see it being a technology skill.
Could be streetwise.
Because security is one thing, and you know,
I would say investigation over streetwise.
You know, larceny is theft of personal property, apparently. Unlawful taking and carrying away of personal property with the intent to deprive the rightful owner of it permanently. It could be related to that, but okay, whatever. Anyway, let's do this final check to see whether or not you can dominate him to do it. So let's make it again. What did we say it was? This is
manipulation and dominate.
Yep, got it. I've got the things marked in there now, so it should be
good.
Set. Okay, so Chase Hamilton, you get 3 successes.
I'm wanting to resist this because I'm starting to feel that there is something, because I can't quite remember how much I actually recall of the conversation.
Right, you don't recall much of it. You only recall the Lodin's laws part.
Yep.
And some peripheral stuff that didn't involve the stuff that he's...
So I haven't found the bug in my pocket then. Am I aware of that?
So this is a great question. We need to cover that. So he told you specifically to do this stuff unconsciously. right? So you're going to go, you're basically, the objective is, for his objective is to get you to go in there without even thinking about it, so unconsciously find the bug in wherever you've hidden it, and unconsciously place it under the table in the living room or wherever the fuck, and unconsciously turn it on and never remember that you've done any of this stuff. He's literally just controlling part of your mind as a zombie. That's
So
his,
I've got that in my pocket. It's like if I'm aware of it, I probably want to hide it,
yeah.
keep it concealed, keep it hidden.
So you might unconsciously take it out and try and hide it. Maybe
Yeah.
put it under the seat or the cushion that you're sitting on before you stand up.
So I'm thinking that unconsciously
be a
I'm
sleight
needing to resist this potential pat down until I've been able to hide it or secrete it. So can I expend willpower on this situation?
If this was second edition, yes, you could.
You would roll first, and if your roll isn't
Fails.
sufficient in your eyes, you can re-roll up to 3 dice.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think you can
make
re-roll
sure
hunger though.
No, that's true. If it's hunger dice, you can't re-roll those ones. That's true. I remember that. So this is subterfuge.
Intelligence and resolve with no modifier.
Right.
And I got 2.
2 successes. Okay. So, I mean, you could spend a willpower point to re-roll those dice.
2 dice.
Roll 2.
Oh, well.
Right.
It's just 2, you know.
Yeah. So you can roll 2. Okay. So
I got a total of 1. So I got a total of 1. I got 1 hunger success.
1 hunger success.
Yeah, I would ignore the fact that it's a hunger in this case.
Yeah.
Because you were just re-rolling 2 of your normal dice. So yeah, you would have had 3 in total.
3 in total. Okay. And that's the same again as Chase. So I feel like this battle of wills is going on, and Chase is, you're feeling the need to do this, but I think that bearing in mind that Lodin's dominate is more powerful than Chase's, that's going to factor into this.
Then Chase won't want to be around him because he doesn't trust him.
Right, as long as he doesn't actually take his clothes off, he won't trust him. That makes sense. But so Marshall, do you want to try and hide the bug? Like, you're resisting this until you can hide the bug, right? That was the idea?
Yeah, that's the thing that's going to be happening. I'll probably then, if I'm going to be told to stand up and going to pat you down at gunpoint, then I would be trying to. So
would you like to make a wits and subterfuge check to try and hide the bug in the couch?
Yeah, why not? Let's try that. Let's try that. Sorry. Now I did a specialty in. I've got specialty in bluff and subterfuge. Can I use that?
I think so.
Right. What's your specialty?
That's
a bluff is different from putting something away.
If you've got a specialty in those skills, there's another thing to it, another part to it. Like with your persuasion, your specialty is in your seduction.
Seduction. Right.
Yeah. But in your subterfuge, if it was, say,
have a look at you
telling lies or something, white lies or whatever, then you would get a bonus to that.
Specialties. So one is called seduction and it's a persuasion. Another one is called leatherwork and it's craft. And another one is called bluff and it is under subterfuge. Okay, so bluff. How would you use bluff in this situation?
Yeah, that would be more of talking my way out of it.
Yeah, where this is a sleight of hand kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, I think it's still subterfuge, but it's not that part of subterfuge. This is a dexterity type deal.
So subterfuge and
well, I guess we could make it dex and subterfuge actually. Yeah. Especially seeing as it's subconscious and not conscious. You're not doing it on purpose consciously.
Yeah, it's just a 1.
Just 1 success. Okay, so in that case, you guys can both make perception and awareness and you know what I'm saying, wits and awareness checks to see if you see him trying to hide something in the pillows.
And don't forget Vincenzi's there as well. And he's a cop.
And he's trained at this, yeah. That is true. That is true. Okay, let's see.
4.
All right, so you're definitely going to see him doing it. Vincenzi definitely sees you doing it. Chase, let's see if Chase sees him doing it.
Let's
Chase,
try.
perception and what do we say? Awareness and wits and awareness. Come on, wits and awareness. Chase, you get 4 successes, so you also see him doing it. And I think at that point,
this, Marshall.
I think the 3 of them basically just grab you and pull you away from, well, I don't know, Vincenzi's going to grab you and try and pull you away from the sofa and lift up the sofa, revealing whatever's in your hand or whatever you put there, which is going to be the bug.
In my hand, yeah. I hadn't even got it under the couch seat. You just saw me pulling it out and getting it out of my pocket. You grabbed me.
Right. Okay, what's in your hand? Come on. You might as well show us. It's too late now, we know.
Come on, Marshall. Whatever it is, it's not your fault, I bet.
I raise my eyebrows at whatever it is in my hands, going, don't.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Marshall, do you think it's unreasonable?
And
yeah,
it is the pin that I was given. It's the gangrel pin.
Gangrel tie pin.
The tie pin.
Because I was going to say what you might do is take the bug out and try and crush it underfoot before they get to see it, or if they know it, if they've seen something, that you want to destroy the evidence. That's your next course of.
No, it's a tie pin. Oh,
I never got one of those. I guess I don't really have a tie.
Neither did I, and I have a tie.
So while you guys find the type and Vincenzi finds the bug, does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, pretty much.
Only if he searches me. Now I've just shown that I've got a tie pin, and that's what I was pulling out of my pocket.
No, we already saw you with the first thing. The tie pin's
No, you
here.
didn't, because it didn't come out of my pocket.
No. The tie
pin came out of my pocket.
Tie pin
Nothing
is
else.
here. Tie pin's here.
You were trying to hide. We rolled to see whether or not they caught you pulling out the bug. That's what I was rolling for.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you try and bluff with the type in. I'd like to incorporate that because it's cool, but
Because they both went into the same pocket.
I mean, it's feasible that you took them both out, and they might notice that you're still holding something, even though you're holding the type in.
Okay.
What do you guys reckon, Barry?
Barry wants to find it on the.
Yeah.
And out of game, I also want to be clear too. This is a storyline. You don't have to catch him. It doesn't matter. It's part of the story.
Well, I'll tell you what. He won't be trusted, so he won't be able to get anywhere. Because Chase will seal up. He'll just seal up. He's been hit twice already. And don't forget, he's lost people as well.
Right.
And he's new. He owes Marshall nothing. At all.
You're back.
You know?
Expect this to be resolved by the time I get back.
Fair enough.
You can do it, but that's what will happen.
Well, what do you feel out of game, Marshall? Out of game, Simon? I mean, you're being.
I've done my
fucked with
best to try and subconsciously hide this, and obviously there's great suspicion around. So, yeah.
I think that between these guys looking and searching you, and Vincenzi being a cop, it's going to be impossible for them not to find the bug. It's just a matter of how fast they find it.
Yeah.
Really. So I think he tries to bluff you with the type in, but you guys find the bug on him. It's not gonna get past Vincenzi and you guys together, especially if you're already suspicious at this point. And he is new, and he did prints by himself for a while, so that's all true. Yeah. Okay. So what do you do once you've? I mean, the only other thing I can suggest is that it might be that Marshall tries to destroy the bug. You know that it was something, and you're still gonna.
Well, Chase is about to about to suggest something anyway.
Okay.
Hopefully before we can do it. You can try and...
All right, Chase, Marshall, can you make a Dex and subterfuge one more time, please? I'm going to roll that against Vincenzi's ability to try and stop you from crushing it. Three. You actually beat Vincenzi on that. So you drop it to the floor and crush it under heel. Now that being said, it's still clearly a fucking bug. You can't, even a smashed bug is still a bug. All right. So Vincenzi's like, come on, dude, what are you standing on? You're clearly standing on something. You smashed something, whatever it was. Take your foot off it.
Yeah, I moved my foot out of the way. And
there's this mangled electronic device.
Oh.
What the fuck is that? That looks like a fucking bug to me.
I don't know.
Now, at this point, Marshall, you can make a wits and awareness check of your own.
One success.
You don't know how it got there, and you don't know why you just did what you did.
I don't know, man. I don't even know what I'm doing.
It's Marshall. It's all right. I believe you. Just relax. It's fine. You got nothing to do with this now. Shit.
What's the problem, Chase?
Well, if the prince gave him this, I was going to find out. I was going to keep an eye on Marshall and let him plant it so we could find out what he was supposed to do.
You kind of fucked that up when you told him to take his clothes off.
Yeah, well, I suspected that there was something on him, but nothing as obvious as that.
Well, look, in the future, I suggest we get one of them. I got a scanner in the car. I could scan for bugs, and I could have just scanned them and told you whether he had a bug on him, and then you could have made it.
But doesn't it have to be live and connected to something, or can they make them portable enough to? Because he knows nothing about bugs.
Well, it's got a battery in it. This thing's probably going to last a couple of days. Well, it would have, probably. He bends down and picks it up. Yeah, this has got a, he names the type of battery in it. What it is.
CR2024.
There you go. CR2024. That's the kind. It's going to last a couple of days, that one.
Hi, where do you know this?
They're the ones that go on computer motherboards.
Right.
And various other things.
Lithium.
They last for ages. Yeah, little disc ones. They last for ages.
Yep. They
But then, wouldn't they have control of it? Like, once he's planted it, couldn't they switch it on?
Yeah, it'll say CR2024 on it, probably.
Yeah.
CR2032.
No, close enough.
Ooh. You got owned.
Close enough. Close enough. That's the one in my teleprompter remote control. All right. Well, I don't know, but obviously it's a bug. I don't know what's going on here. You want to tell us what's happening here, Marshall? You trying to bug us? Are you recording our fucking conversation here or what?
Take it easy,
I'm not
Vincenzi.
recording anything. I'm not doing anything. It's just that could have got in my pocket anyway. Anyhow, I don't know. This has just been one crazy night.
Yeah, but you're kind of acting a bit cagey, we could see that.
Was I?
Well, I don't know. What do you say? I mean, Chase was asking you some questions, and you were
Wanted me to take my clothes off.
Yeah, well, that's true, Chase. That was a bit weird, to be fair.
I said pass your clothes over to Vincenzi.
There was another
Anyway.
way. Oh, next time, Chase, you know what you do? You tell him, why don't you go and have a shower?
Do I look like James Bond? No, I don't look like James
That's
Bond.
true. You're
I
a
have
helicopter
no,
pilot. I
yeah,
forgot about that.
that's quite correct. Now,
Okay.
now, this leaves us with another problem. Antheus was alone with the prince as well.
I know.
So, I'm hoping that Antheus is not going to be the next.
Can I ask you a question?
You can, go ahead.
How many of you have not been alone with the prince? Ever?
We've all been alone with the prince at one stage or another.
Right. So what you're saying is that you work for the prince. And given that they're the prince, I guess that makes some kind of amount of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we don't. Our investigation is slowly leading us to the point where the prince could be, due to certain things he's done, and I shouldn't be saying this in front of him. I'm sorry about that, but I shouldn't be saying it in front of you. Because you're aligned to the prince now.
Well, you know, the story that I got, the whole story that I got was that the whole coterie was set up by the prince, wasn't it?
That's right.
So, what's really the problem? Maybe it's just the prince making sure that you're doing the work that he asked you to do in the first place. I mean,
Yeah, it could
maybe
be.
you know, look, if the cops want to investigate the cops, they're kind of entitled to do it.
Okay.
You know, if you work for the FBI, it's not unusual for them to have some kind of oversight.
I know. It could be just that. But there are things that may indicate that other influences are maybe influencing
Okay,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
But there's another problem too now, is that the cops, in this case, Lodin, the prince that you're talking about, he's going to be aware of the fact that you found his bug and destroyed it or something like that. I mean, whatever it is, your friend here is going to go back to Lodin at some point. You know, he's going to have to talk to the prince sooner or later. He's going to find out what you did.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
That's why we need someone with a real strong dominate to make him forget this moment.
Yeah, well,
and that's not fair on him.
How you? Yeah, I mean, look, this is a problem. The prince is going to work out. I don't know. What are you going to get to do? You're going to dominate Marshal here and tell him, say, okay, you don't remember that they found your bug, but what about the fact that he's got the bug? How do you know the prince hasn't already dominated him to call them back at the first available convenience to say, hey, they figured it out?
I don't. I know nothing of what they talked about. Nothing at all.
Well, we could have done, and it's a little bit too late now, we could have just let him do the thing, and then once we knew that he was doing it, we could have just watched it.
I was going to suggest that, but he broke it before I could suggest it.
It's a shame we couldn't have figured it out before he took it out and before you let on to the fact that you were suspicious. Maybe we could have formed a plan beforehand.
Yes, well, hindsight's a wonderful thing. But once again, I'm not secret agent man with all the...
That's true, Chase. That's true. You should probably just talk to me about it next time. Just ask me for my thoughts.
Professional opinion?
Yeah. I got some training in this business, you know?
Yeah. I know. I've had a long week, Vincenzi.
I see that. So what are you going to do now? Vincenzi sits down, takes out a cigarette, lights it.
They're going to have the frequency of that bug, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we can't replace it with another one and get him to do it anyway.
Ooh. Could we do that? Could we do that? I don't know. You have to talk to your friend Jimmy about that shit. He's the guy for that.
Where is he now?
Jimmy?
Oh, hang on. Ring up Jimmy and ask his opinion
All
for
right.
me, will you?
Okay, I can do that. I'll call him for you.
Okay.
I'll get you the info. You guys keep talking. Vincenzi walks off down the hallway, down to the other end of the office, the big open plan office, up where the construction shit is. Gets on the phone, he's talking. You can hear him talking to Jimmy. Talking about frequencies and tech shit.
Okay. Sorry, Marshal. I went about this the wrong way. But like I said, I'm not secret agent, man.
Belladonna, you've got a spider monkey climbing all over you now.
Yeah.
It's pulling your hair.
I'm still really not quite sure what's going on. It's all been. Yeah, my head's just scrambled. Sorry, Chase. I just don't really know what's going on.
No, you knew, you know, you went to know. So take it easy. We'll figure a way around this, even if we have to go to the Archon himself to figure it out. Shit. I don't know what to do, Belladonna.
There's one thing I want to do right now, and that's I want to give this little thing a home. I thought maybe we could drop this off with Rosa.
You're gonna leave it in the forest?
No, with Rosa. Rosa loves animals.
Yeah, but it's not a native to the forest. It's a native to the jungle.
It's a native to my
forest.
friend's home. To Zora's home.
You mean you want to leave it at Zora's home?
No, I don't. I want to leave her with Rosa because she could look after her. Because I trust her.
Are we talking spiritually?
No?
Well, how she's dead? She's gone, you know.
Rosa?
Rosa. Okay. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just having a quiet mental breakdown. That's all. Rosa. Yeah.
You know, your
girlfriend. I think Rosa could. Yeah, I think she'd love it.
I know she would.
I think she'd love it. Yeah. Why is my brain not working?
And think about homes. I mean, shit. Don't we have to find somewhere dark for the days? This place here doesn't seem like it's still a fucking construction site. Are we just gonna?
No, we just
during the day.
We just came here to discuss this.
Vincenzi comes walking up along the dusty concrete floor in your direction. The phone in one hand, he puts it away. Okay, so I talked to Jimmy. Okay, so the thing is, we need whatever you got left there. You pick it up. Let's put it in a bag. We're going to take it to Jimmy. He's going to look at it. He's going to investigate, see if he can reconstruct the damn thing. Maybe he can get it working again.
Okay.
And then maybe we can do something with it.
Okay, let's pick up every little piece.
All right, he's going to analyze the fucking shit out of that, he reckons. He's going to need some kind of a lab for that. He'll figure it out. I mean, he's talking to what's-her-face fucking Jules about that, about getting the money for the lab and shit. Apparently, it's not going to be too much of a big deal. If everything goes right, we should have a replacement for this little guy in a day or so, okay?
Okay.
So,
okay, all right.
Calm down. I don't think you fucked it up too much.
Gee. He's really frustrated. He's really...
So, how'd you get this little guy anyway, he says to you, Marshal?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Never seen that thing in my life.
So, I guess your prince must have put it in your pocket or something.
Maybe.
Did he tell you to do anything?
No. Just told me about behaving myself, basically.
Maybe he was just going to bug his jacket.
Well, that'd be pretty lame.
I don't
wouldn't it?
know. I mean,
I
come on.
don't know anything about spying. It's your field.
Well, I don't know. I mean, basically it's a wiretap. You know, it's like putting a wire on somebody. You send him in, and everywhere he goes, he's basically a one-way radio, telling everybody back at the tower, you know, everything we say.
And let's hope it wasn't on in the last couple of minutes.
Well, it would have been on. I don't know. Hang on. Jimmy's gonna tell you. I don't know.
Okay.
You want me to go to drop this off to Jimmy now, or
Yeah. Let's go and drop it off to Jimmy now, and let's go and see Rosa and get a little friend here, a place to. Let's do something right tonight.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, let's do that.
Let's get our friend a place to live.
Yeah. Now, look, before we go, I just want you guys to have a look around here. This is kind of one of the places that I had in mind in my workout. This was short notice. So if you got any ideas about whether you like it, you don't like it, how you want to improve it, anything that might make it better, any particular facilities that you're looking for, you need to tell me so I can organize that shit during the day.
Okay. All right.
So, what do you want?
Carpet would probably help.
Yeah, okay, carpet. That was coming, okay? That was coming. This place was cheap and fast. Also, bear in mind, Mr. Rodgers, these under your new condition, you might discover that sometimes you might have to clean the carpet. You know, this job sometimes involves messy work.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Sure. Well, yeah.
I was thinking about a vault and like an IT room, something like that, or like a server room, something where you can process data. Maybe some kind of security spot there. You want some meeting rooms. You want somewhere where you can hold someone, like a cell.
Yeah.
And some turntables too. Set up an area for the DJ with the speakers and some
Yeah.
turntables.
Okay. So you're looking for a party room. Okay. Some kind of social area as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
that of choice. Yeah.
All right. Like a lounge. Like a lounge. Okay. Maybe a bar and a lounge somewhere you can entertain some guests.
Now we're talking.
Okay. So that's going to be part of it as well. All right. So let me look into that. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
So you head back down to the car. Mackenzie drives you to Rosa's place, out to the ranch, the Andalusian riding ranch once more. And when you get out there, you see Rosa cleaning some horses, actually. She's washing the horses, giving them a bath.
Oh, that's kind. I'll walk over with Oya on my shoulder.
All right. She looks over at you.
Hi. Hi.
Else, what are you doing? What the hell? If you got him, that's a spider monkey.
This is Zora's spider monkey. I thought I'd pick her up because she doesn't really have anywhere to go or anyone to look after her. So
Out of game, I just looked up a list of most popular horse names because I wanted to give the horse that she was cleaning a name, right? Very top of the list, Bella.
oh, that'd be funny.
All right. But it's
Not also,
it's not going to be Bella. Yep.
would I feel anything coming back here? Because this is where I met in Yunga.
Nyanga? Yeah.
And I'm thinking, does she have a room here or something? Or is that something completely different?
You don't know the answer to that, actually.
Yeah, okay. Yep. You'll just have to tell me because I have no idea where she is. She's a short black woman, that's all I
You
know.
will have to investigate that in character.
But I don't remember anything about it, so...
Yeah, out of game, all you know is that she came here for the funeral, and she came here in a black vehicle. She had an assistant who stayed in the car. She got back in the car and left at the end. So she clearly doesn't live here.
Yeah, but as far as I know, I don't even know until something comes up that I've even been told to do something with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Also true,
I'll
yeah.
just shut up. Yeah.
So this is Oya,
Well,
Zora's spider monkey.
Hello, Oya. She pats her head. Huh.
I think Oya would love to stay with you.
What? Really?
I like put Oya over her shoulder.
Oh my God. Okay. No, you can stay here. Come on. I don't know where we're gonna put you for now, but we're gonna take you into the office and make you a little space in there. And
Aw.
so she starts adoring the spider monkey as she
Yeah.
does because she's
Well,
had a game. Rosa is an animal rights activist, so she's a yeah. Anyway, so she
I
takes the
believe that
spider.
she would have a safe home here.
and Chase crosses his arms and goes, "Well, it looks like I've been superseded by a monkey."
Right. And Rosa says to Oya, and I want you to meet Eight Tracks. Eight Tracks is my favorite horse.
No, it's lovely.
She puts the monkey on the horse, and they start making friends too. Are you guys going to be around for long? What are you doing here? Just come to visit with the monkey, or what?
Pretty much, yes. We've got other
Pretty
things we
much.
need to do, and probably find some time to have a sleep.
Right. Yeah, you should definitely do that. I
Um,
haven't seen anyone from the wolf pack for a few days, or since last night. But yeah, I saw Doyle earlier. He's still
oh,
sad
really?
about last night.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, so was everybody sad about last night. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, if you'd like to introduce him to little Oya here,
Yeah, I will do that. But
I'm
I
sure
gotta be
he'd be
careful.
happy.
I don't want to get him confused with a fucking rabbit. You know what he's like.
Yes, I do. I do know what he's like.
How am I gonna get him to stop doing that, man? I've had enough of it. You know, he's been doing that for years, and I cannot make him stop. And you know, it really upsets me.
I know. I mean, we had a talk, and he said that he did it because the rabbits were for tourists.
Yeah, your Tyrus is gone now.
I know. I don't know what to do with that. That's why
Well,
he did it.
well, I don't know what to say, but he needs to stop it. You know, it's not cool, and he's murdering those fluffy little friends of ours, and it's I don't know what to do anymore. It makes me so angry. You know.
No. Um, perhaps if you talk to him, I'll be there with you. We can both have a chat to him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe can you speak to Nyanga about it, because I've asked her, and she has a kind of a soft spot for him because he's her childer.
That's true. She might be able to help.
She needs to. I don't know. She doesn't listen when I ask.
Why not? Why doesn't she listen?
I don't know. I think she has it in her head that he is somehow some kind of perfect creature that she has created, and you know, my Doyle is my sire. I can't never help that. I find it very difficult to deal with the fact that he is like the way he is. You know.
I know. I'll have a chat to her. Okay? Yeah. We should
Meanwhile,
get going.
what do you guys do while this conversation's going on?
Well, Chase is he got in the rocking chair.
Okay, so you sit in
Yeah,
the rocking chair.
yeah, he likes the rocking chair, and he's sitting there rocking like he's an old man or something. He's
Right.
feeling a bit that way at the moment.
I'll be leaning up against the car with Chenzi bludging his cigarettes.
Bludging cigarettes. Okay.
Well, I haven't had a chance to go and buy any.
So you're going to try and light a cigarette for the first time since you've been made a vampire.
Yeah.
Right. Can you make a self-control check, please?
There's no such thing.
No such thing. What do we got?
No.
Back.
Frenzy check, maybe.
Frenzy check.
The difficulty is like 2.
All right. So yep, frenzy check, difficulty 2 sounds good to me. It's asking
the
for your
bottom.
willpower, so you just
Yep.
leave whatever your
Oh.
actual willpower is.
Yep. And then
That,
humanity is
whatever your humanity is. I'm assuming it's spitting.
modifiers.
So modifiers none. The difficulty, there is no difficulty in V5, isn't there? I thought they changed that, so difficulty was always 6.
It's difficulty in terms of successes.
The number of successes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay. So I just rolled one just to check it out, and that was with Chase's character. But
Yeah.
So what did you get, Marshall, for this? Oh, you haven't rolled yet.
I just threw
Ooh,
3
nice.
Successes. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but what you discover lighting this cigarette, Marshall, is that you have this weird neurotic fear of fire that causes you to be extremely wary of it. And you realize in that moment that a big enough fire would cause you to frenzy.
Okay.
And you may, I mean, every time you light a cigarette, you have to face this fear. It's not very much when it comes to a cigarette, but a big enough fire would cause you to run away in terror, absolute terror.
Sure.
And this is
I'll
called,
have to get one of those lighters that just have an element, like a car cigarette lighter.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Later on,
No flames.
Later on, you'll discover that some of the vampires in the vampire community actually use lighting cigarettes as a kind of show of power and status and force.
That's what the prince did to forget her. Never mind.
All right, so Chase, you're sitting on the rocking chair when Rosa leaves your conversation with Bella, and she goes over to Chase. She comes over to you, Chase. Do you keep rocking, or do you stand up, or what?
Is that a monkey on your shoulder?
Yeah, apparently her name is Oya.
She looks pretty, almost as pretty as you.
That's very kind of you, Chase. So, you know, I'm here in my work clothes and my flannel shirt. I've got mud on my face, and I smell like horses. But, you know, you can lie if you want to.
You look pretty to me after the week I've had.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm sorry about last night. Everything that happened for you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Where are you staying tonight?
I got no place to stay. Well, I've got a few places, but they're not comfortable. I feel kind of attached to all that horse leather, though it sounds a bit kinky.
She gives you a look that only you know. She says, so you want to stay here tonight with the horse leather? And the buckles and the straps?
I was thinking that.
You know, I've got some new riding crops come in.
Oh, really?
They need to be tested, you know. I might have to break one of them in.
Oh, that could be interesting. Yes, so can I stay?
Only if you promise to be a good boy.
Oh, I promise. I really, really promise.
She takes this riding crop out of her boot and slaps her thigh with it. She says, all right, well, you better get inside.
And he goes.
Okay.
All right, so we know what's happening.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
we're staying here tonight. Where do we put you, Marshall? You can't stay with
still here too.
Hmm.
Marshall, what do you want to do? You want to stay here with these guys, or you want to ride somewhere? You still got your right?
Yeah, I got my apartment. Don't really. The curtains aren't very good, and I've heard, we need to have.
Well, as I said, I got an apartment in town that I've just kitted out for these guys. You can stay there if you wanna.
That sounds good. Yeah, that's you've got a nice apartment kitted out. Yeah, I probably need something better than my place.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you need to work on your own shit after that, but you can stay there for now. I don't know whether Chase is going to be okay with you staying there. I'm sure he will be. Yeah, let's just text him actually, just to make sure this is all good. He text you, Chase, to see whether or not you're okay with Marshall staying at Vincenzi's new hideout place, safe house.
Wait, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. Hide from Vincenzi. Yeah, it's all right. Just keep an eye on him for me, will you?
Right. Okay. So you guys all end up going to sleep somewhere. Bells, I'm assuming you're going to earth meld or what?
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I'll go up to where Sora was. I'll earth meld close to her.
Okay. That sounds fair and reasonable. I'm going to go to the bathroom for a moment and come back. And while everybody's asleep,
Yes.
you can think about what you're going to do.
I need to take
when you get up.
a bit of a break too. Thank you.
I'm gonna make a bells check, and I'm fine. so there. I'll be back too.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yo. Do you know what you're gonna do with Chase? Because I have no idea what I'm gonna do with Bells.
Well, you and I are in actually the same boat. I have no idea what to do.
I was having a chat to someone I know about like when Jorah died. Like Russell made it as a reason for her to become a badass. Yeah, it's about killer.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sit right with me. What
If it doesn't sit right, don't do it. Yeah.
what my friend told me is that perhaps it's not a singular person thing, but perhaps it's the party that is turning into a badass about killers.
Yeah.
Not just the one person.
And I don't know where to go with Chase because he doesn't trust anybody except for Bells, really. At this moment, he just doesn't know what to do.
You are an honorary gangrel.
Okay. He's definitely going to get his team together. His 3 people. But then he's hoping he's not right either about if the prince has dominated thing as well, that is going to be a hard nut to crack. Because he's deadly and dangerous.
Mercy got out of it.
Yeah.
Do you remember? She was also tasked to do the same thing.
Just seems so much to fight all at once.
Mm.
And he's feeling that way. He's feeling pretty. Now, if you said, take that helicopter with all its rockets on it and guns and blow that thing up over there, he'd go and do it, depending on what it was. Or fly their helicopter to Bloomin'. Yeah, great. And he feels sorry that once again they've corrupted an innocent, ruddy, innocent vampire, or trying to use him.
Yeah. I always do.
I return.
Well.
All right. So you come up with any cunning plans? Or you just talk shit for 5 minutes? Yeah, I can imagine.
I was eating almonds.
The following evening.
Oh, can I have some?
Yeah, I'm hungry as hell.
Just put them through. Just, throw them through.
No.
Okay, the following evening comes, and you guys each wake up in your respective locations. Chase, when you wake up, Rosa is gone.
Oh, I've got to use some blood too.
Don't you have to make
Yeah,
a
we all
rouse
do.
check at morning?
Rouse the blood?
Rouse
I'm
the
hungry.
Chase, you get 1 success, so you do not use any blood to wake up.
Okay. All right.
But everybody else can make a rouse check as well.
I've already done so.
Already done so? Okay.
I got 1 success.
So, Bella, you've lost a hunger.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty hungry, but
All right.
I can deal with that. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm gonna start beckoning animals to me.
All right. Fair enough. I think it's pretty straightforward for you to feed in this location, so that's not a problem. Okay. Marshall, you wake up in this apartment. You're in a sealed room that's been blacked out entirely, on a mattress on the floor in a body bag.
Ooh, I'm like zipped up in a body bag. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. And when you come out of it, you realize immediately that you actually don't have to breathe.
Oh.
An interesting realization to you.
I just had a panic attack and I didn't need to. What's going on here?
As you're panicking, moving your arms around and wiggling inside the bag, the zip opens up and Vincenzi's there. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. You all right?
Yeah, I think so. I just woke up and it was, a bit claustrophobic. I'm going to have to get used to this.
Yeah. Hey, look, I think your dad's been calling you all day.
Ah, shit.
He hands you your cell phone.
I'm just wondering, just working backwards, was that the new phone that I was given when I became a vampire?
Do you still have an
I have
Do you have an old phone
Yeah, the new phone.
still with you?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, okay. I've got a phone with my dad calling me on it.
Yeah.
What time is it now?
It's like 7:20.
PM.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
definitely PM.
And I'll say, could you light one of those for me, mate?
Sure. He lights you up a cigarette and hands it to you.
Better I'll suck on that and then call my father.
Okay. Doot, 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 doot. Marshal, is that you?
Yeah.
Where have you been? I've been trying to call you all day.
Had a late gig last night. But it went off. So had to. It was that late, so I just slept most of the day. And just sorry. I sometimes lose my phone.
Your brother's missing.
Or something.
Your brother is missing, Marshal.
Oh.
I think he's been kidnapped.
Oh shit.
I don't know what's going on here, but if you know anything, tell me.
Why do you think he's been kidnapped?
Well, I can only assume it's some kind of an extortion or blackmail situation like that. I'm expecting they're going to call any time with some ransom demands.
It's probably nothing.
Look, Marshal, I got the cops all around here right now at the house, and I'm bringing the family back together. We're all going to be here together until we have some information. So I want you to come back.
How long has it been?
24 hours or so, maybe a little longer. It's very suspicious, Marshal. I was supposed to meet him yesterday.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have missed a board meeting. Not on his life.
No, he wouldn't have.
His wife, his family, they don't know where he is. I got them around here. Even some of our cousins.
So you're wanting me to come in too?
Yeah, definitely. We need everybody together.
Sure. So what's happening now?
Well, we're waiting. We've got a wiretap on the phone, and we're waiting for a call from the ransom, about demands. Policeman here says that it's going to happen sooner or later. Usually it happens within the first 24 hours, but it's getting close to the end of that, so it's got to be soon, surely. Apparently, his chances of survival go down exponentially after 24 hours.
Right. Well, I'll get there when I can. But if anything changes, just give us a call. I'll try and have my phone.
Right. You need to start answering your goddamn telephone, Marshal.
Yeah.
How do you expect to get anywhere in this world if you're not available to hear, opportunities?
My opportunities don't usually happen during the day, Dad. You know that.
Oh, Marshal. I'm talking about real opportunities, not nightclubs.
Yeah, well. Okay, I'll see you when I can.
Hurry. We're really worried about him. He hangs up. Everything okay?
It's about my brother. They reckon he's been kidnapped. I haven't seen him for more than 24 hours.
Out of game. What did happen to Marshal's brother?
Well, he was
in the compound, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You take him to the compound, and then that left him in the basement, maybe?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was left in a cell along with the other chick. But we didn't do anything with that because we were too busy getting attacked.
Yeah.
But did Vincenzi and them take them out?
Apparently not.
Okay. Well,
they
died. They'll find their bodies there then. If we didn't get the chance to take them out.
Well, you guys can have this conversation in character when you get together. Do you guys get together tonight?
I'm going to go get my bike. So, Vincenzi, where's this cave place?
Oh, you know what? I already did that. I brought the bike over here.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
We were told to look after you anyway, so
I'm very efficient.
We gotta find you.
It's true, you were. Yeah. Okay, so Bells, what do you do after you're up and you've fed?
I will walk down to meet up with Chase.
Okay, Chase. Bells comes and finds you in the at the riding range.
Evening.
So we need to go find Marshall again. Antheus told us to look after him, remember? This is not a very good way of doing it.
Hello,
Who are you calling?
Vincenzi.
Chase. So Marshall, while you're having this conversation with Vincenzi, his phone rings and he answers it. Hello?
Where you at?
I got Marshall here. He's just woken up.
Can you bring him to? Can you bring him to the ranch and pick us up at the same time?
I can hear laughing in the background. He says, yeah, he just got his Ducati. Should he drive the bike or shall I bring him in a taxi or what?
Let him drive his bike, but you follow him in the taxi because I'll need a lift back.
Okay, sure. All right.
Okay.
All right, so he hangs up. Okay, Marshall, you're going to drive. Here's your keys. I got you a helmet and some biker gear. Forgive me, but I measured you up while you were asleep and I got you some gear.
Well, you did say you were efficient. Great. Well, this cool stuff.
Do my best.
I like leather.
Well, it's leather, you know. I mean, I had a cousin went through the front window of a van once, and even though he was covered in all the shit, helmet and everything, broke both arms and both legs. He was in hospital for weeks in traction, and after he came out, it was another 8 weeks of recovery, and that was with everything on. No doubt you could probably recover a lot faster now that you're in your current condition, but still, I don't want to take any risks. So we got told to look after you, so I'm trying to look after you.
Yeah, thank you. You are. You're doing a great job.
I got you one of them cigarette lighters you asked about as well.
Cool. One of the element ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, still getting used to all this crazy shit that happens. It's, a
Yeah.
little bit unsettling at times.
Unsettling it is. You got any steaks on you?
But, like in the freezer.
No. He goes into his jacket and he pulls out a wooden stake. He says, here, you might want to keep this on you as well. Just for protection against vampires. You know, if you get in real trouble, you got to drive it through the vampire's heart. And that's going to like paralyze them, apparently. I never done it myself, but
Yeah.
I think I've seen it once or twice.
Okay.
Definitely seen the results of it.
Yeah. I won't want to put it inside my jacket because if I fall off the bike, it might go in my own heart. So
Yeah, you could put it in your boot or something like that.
yeah.
You probably have a couple of them there, actually. All right, let's go. You're driving your bike. I'm going to follow you. You drive slowly and carefully, all right?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to go to the ranch. You know the way? Think you can find
Yeah,
it?
I've been out there a couple of times now. Yeah, not a problem.
All right, so out of game, you guys go down, get on your bike, and he gets in the car, and you drive out to the ranch. That takes half an hour or so. While that's happening, Chase and you, Bella, what do you guys do? Anything in particular, or you just sit and talk and relax?
Where do we go from here? What do we do? Without Zora, I'm at a loss.
I can understand that. Well, I've got a few ideas. I'm going to look up some old friends. They might still be in the military. Seeing as I can't make a life happen here, because everybody keeps destroying it, I'll have to make another kind of life here. One I didn't want to make, but looks like I'm going to have to make it.
What are you talking about?
Well, commercial helicopters won't help us. We need helicopters that have weapons. Therefore, all I can see is reaching back to my past. And I have to reach back to my past. But that doesn't solve your problem.
Chase, your phone rings.
Hello?
Chase, this is Jimmy here. You okay?
Yep.
So Vincenzi brought me the bug that you had yesterday. I had a look at it. It's really fucking destroyed. I mean, the guy, whatever you did to it, I don't know. What did you do? Hammer it with a sledgehammer or something?
He stood on it.
Okay, well, in any case, it's pretty fucked up. But the good news is that I am a fucking genius and I have reconstructed it the best that I can. And I'm pretty sure I can get something to work for you. It's not going to look the same, but I put it in a different kind of a housing and I'm using slightly different components here. And he goes on for 5 minutes about the components that he's using and how he's jury rigged it to work again.
Jimmy, that's wonderful, and you're the best there is.
It doesn't use the battery anymore. You actually have to plug it into the wall, unfortunately, right now, anyway, until I get to the next level. But and the range on it is not so good. So I don't know whether it's going to reach out to whoever's listening. But you know, the other thing that I can do for you, Chase, is we can scan frequencies to see whether there's any you know, like basically try and figure out if anybody's listening.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing today. So where do you want this thing?
Actually, I want to give it to somebody so they can plant it somewhere.
Right. Okay.
But can you, now this is a big ask.
Yeah.
Can you make it so when it's planted, we know it's planted and where it is?
So are you talking to me in private right now, Chase?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Look, the bug itself, it's a pretty commercial kind of thing. I mean, not everybody can get it. You have to only military kind of you know, the cops use this kind of shit for very special occasions. So you know, it took a bit of work. You can get another one, and maybe we can make a dummy of the original.
Okay.
You know, so if you give it, you know, Vincenzi kind of told me what happened, and I suggested that maybe you could give the guy back a copy that looks like the bug, and maybe he'll think that's the one, and he'll try and plant that.
Okay, but will the people that want to hear what's going on from the bug?
The thing is, if you know where the bug is planted, you can feed it. You can use it to feed them information that you want them to hear.
Yeah. Except, you know that thing I can do where I can make people do things?
Yeah.
Well, I suspect that they've done that to him.
That's not my area of expertise, Chase. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, I know, Jimmy, but herein lies my problem. If they've done it to him,
Yeah.
he's going to plant it, but we won't know when he plants it.
Well, we just got to keep a lookout for it, and we need to scan for bugs.
Okay.
So, you know, just wherever he goes, just keep scanning. And if you can figure out where, you know, if you give him the bug back,
Yeah.
something that looks like the bug anyway. And I mean, you can use a dummy bug, or you can use this reconstructed one that I got. Those are your options. Or I mean, alternatively, I can try and track down an original of this kind of bug, and that might take a little bit more work, though. You're gonna have to get into you probably have to raid a cop shop for that. And the thing is, it may even have a different frequency, but if you can get me one of these bugs that's the same as the original one, then maybe I can switch the components around and get it to emit on the right frequency. And you know, I mostly what's missing here is the housing and a couple of small components that have been completely destroyed.
Ring up Vincenzi, tell him what you just told me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do
and
that.
Ask him to do that. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna go for the for that option. We're gonna try and get a new bug.
Yep.
Okay, and I'll tell you when I got it. All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
In the meantime, I can only give you the option of a fake one that looks a bit like the original one. But if this guy's looked at it and he's seen it and he knows what it is, he might recognize it as being the wrong thing, and he'll know that he's been fucked with at that point.
We'll wait and see if we can get the your other plan.
Right. Well, and the other thing was that I can give you something that will transmit on the correct frequency, but it definitely don't look like the original bug.
If it's correct, if it's connecting on the correct frequency,
Yeah.
does that mean we can track it to who's?
Not really. Not really.
Oh, we can't listen to them then.
No, you can't listen to them. No.
Okay, sorry, Jimmy. As you know, I know nothing about this.
I know. You're a chopper pilot, not an engine.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll see you later.
I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, Marshall, you guys turn up at the ranch.
Sure, I don't have to do like a driving test.
Nope, not on this occasion.
Oh yeah, I've got a Ducati.
Okay, you're making a Dex and drive check. He did tell you to drive slowly, so
Yeah, but come on,
is
this
Marshall.
guy's an idiot.
All right.
I'm not going too fast, but you know, just to make sure. Do I do something silly?
All right. So driving and dexterity.
Oh, same result as previous time.
All right. Well, apparently you drop the bike on the corner and slide it in the rain. Vincenzi stops his car as he comes up to you, and he gets out and walks over to you while you're lying on the side of the street. We'll give you a level of health damage, but it's non-aggravated. You've ripped his new fucking clothes that he just got you. Put a scratch in the helmet, scratch the Ducati.
Yep.
You know, I told you to drive slowly.
That idiot, he just didn't see me. He came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I heard it all before.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'll be right. These things are made to go forever.
It's fucking raining out here. Come on. Can we just get to the place?
Yeah. Let's go.
You gotta be more careful.
Yep.
You gonna make another Dex and drive check?
I'm gonna drive carefully.
Okay. All right. So you do get to the ranch eventually.
Yes.
And when they turn up, you two can make perception checks, wits and awareness checks, please. Chase, you get 3 successes. Bella gets 5 successes.
Yeah.
You both notice that Marshall is wearing new biker gear as he gets off his Ducati and takes off his helmet. And B, that new biker gear is already ripped and torn and covered in dirt and mud from the street.
Oh my goodness.
Probably noticed the scratches down the side of the Ducati as well.
Let's brush it off.
Well, I delivered him. I can't say it was safe and sound exactly, but I did my best.
Whose Ducati is that?
Well, that's his.
It's mine.
Did it come pre-scratched or no? Okay.
It's all right. I'm okay. I'm all right. Look, nothing broken.
I know.
Not even a graze.
You know what is in the in that thing? That bike of yours?
You know what's in it?
Genzi taps the fuel tank. Petrol. Lots and lots of petrol. You know what petrol does?
Makes fire. Right.
Yeah, try be safe, okay?
Thought I would mention.
As I pull out my new lighter and light a cigarette.
Right. You can make a frenzy check. It'll be very easy, but you literally will have to botch it to fuck it up. Yeah, now you're good. Okay, well, good. No problem.
Ruddy Chase is sitting in the stupid rocking chair, rocking back and forth.
Okay. On the balcony of the office.
Yep.
All right. You good, Chase?
Yeah. Vincenzi, I want to get together with you and Jules and Jimmy, and we need to discuss something.
Okay. Is that with everybody or just you guys or what?
Just our lot.
Okay. Where do you want this to happen?
In one of the places where we live now.
Either that, I could. Jules has got a nice car now.
Oh, has she?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We could get her to cruise around here and pick you all up, and or at least pick you and me up, and Jimmy, and we can have the conversation in the car if that's what you want.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
She has a quote unquote mobile office now.
Oh, great. I'm glad I pay her enough to afford such a thing. Good.
I think she does the paying of people mostly. You know, she's the one holding the purse strings now.
Yes, I know. I gave her that job, yes.
Well, somebody has to go to the bank, and it has to be signed up in her name. You know.
And let's face it, she's brainier than, well, me.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, she's brainy, all right, brainy. But anyway, okay, I'll organize that.
Vincenzo, you've got to be nicer to her.
Well, she's got to be nicer to me too. You know, it goes both ways.
Yeah, but Vincenzo, she pays you.
I don't need her fucking money. Okay.
I pay you. I mean, you know, be nicer.
You pay
to
me.
her.
She is the what do you call it? The apparatus of financial reward, I suppose.
Yeah, she is the apparatus of financial. I've never heard it said that way before.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make the meeting happen. Okay, so
Okay.
whatever you need to do while I'm on the phone, I'm gonna be on the phone for a little while.
Okay.
He walks
All
off,
right.
and gets his phone out.
All right, Bells.
Yes.
What are you gonna do, and what do you want to do?
Oh, I have no idea. There's so much I need to do, but there's not a lot I want to do.
All right, name one of the things you need to do.
Go back to the High Priestess.
Yeah. And you want to continue the shop, of course, don't you?
I want to, but I can't do it on my own. And Ananthus tells me not to live there anymore, so I didn't know what to do.
Why don't you ask Inyanga? She's wise. She'll help you.
That's true. That's true.
So,
if you're going back into town, if you could drop me off at the High Priestess, I'll be able to make my way around from there.
I'll do that. Just let me get over this meeting with my team and we can go from there, all right? All right.
What are you doing, Marshall, while they're having this conversation? You just listening?
Yeah, I'll just hang out with Vincenzi, just sort of leaning up on against his car, like I was doing before.
Vincenzi says he's on the phone. He's like, "Hey, Marshall, just gotta have a private conversation for a few minutes. Go talk to those guys."
Yeah, sure. Sorry, man. Wander up over to the others.
All right.
So, Marshall, once all this crap is over, what do you want to do with your vampire life?
I haven't been out on a really good night out yet. Now that I think would be fun.
You realize you've got a lot of night outs to come.
Oh yeah, true.
Lots.
Oh, well, then
lots.
I'd like to have lots of good nights out.
But what do you want to do with your life? I realize I sound like your father probably, but...
Oh, shit, that's right. Meant to probably go and see them. They might get a bit suspicious if two brothers don't turn up.
What's going on?
Oh, yeah, Dad had been calling me all day. My brother's missing. They think he might have been kidnapped, wanting a ransom. Yeah.
We never figured
I'm
out what
expected
happened to
to
him.
go back to the family house, but I'm a bit wary of doing that. I'll put them off as long as I can.
Anyway, I'm going to go.
Out of game?
Yeah. about work to do.
Okay. All right. So shall we say, Belladonna, you're going to head back to the High Priestess, and that's
Yeah, I drop you off there
Yep.
and all that sort of stuff.
Yep, that's good.
fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
Goodbye.
thank you for playing, and we'll see you soon.
See you next week.
I'll see you next week, but you
See
guys
you
will probably see it
soon,
beforehand.
probably.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So then there was 2. Okay. So yeah. All right. So you drop off Belladonna. And what are you going to plan? What are you planning to do with Marshall? You guys want to finish that conversation?
Well, Marshall, you can't avoid your family,
Yeah.
and
just was I aware of my brother being in the compound? Did they pick him up separately, or did I
think you knew he was there because
Yeah,
you
It was
brought
one of
him
the first
back in-
nights.
you
Yeah.
brought him back in a van to as a kind of prisoner, I think.
yeah,
You were involved in that, and I remember him wielding a knife at you, kind of thing, and then ending up on
That's
the
right. Yep.
floor and
Yep.
all that shit. So yeah, I think
Yep.
you were pretty aware that he was there being held as a
Yep.
not a hostage, but a captive.
Yeah. Okay. Well, part of me, Chase, wants to see if they've gotten out of the compound. It's probably a crazy idea to go back there, but it was the last place my brother was known, and I
oh,
don't
they,
think it would be a good idea to tie him with you, and yeah.
yeah. How? I haven't seen the compound, eh?
Not since the shit went down.
Okay. All right.
Vincenzi's car right now. Okay, let's call it that.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Basically, I've talked to Vincenzi about, and the group about all the stuff we discussed.
All right. So let's say you had that meeting and that
Yep.
happened and blah blah, and then you dropped off Bells and
Yep.
so on. Okay, cool.
Yep.
It works
Oh.
for me.
All right. We're gonna have to get a look at it. I know I can get a look at it, but because he was at the underneath of the thing, he would have been putting cells underneath. So, with a little bit of luck, but I doubt it, they might not have found him yet. Unless they've got to that by now. They could have. They probably would have, but it's worth checking out.
Okay. So Vincenzi's he's going to drive you over to the compound.
Yeah.
And you get to about a block away from the compound.
Yep.
And he says, "Okay, so you want me to stop out here somewhere so you can do your fucking woof thing and
Yeah. Be like a taxi driver waiting for a fare.
Okay, so I'm just gonna wait here. Marshall, you gonna stay with me or what?
Well, that's Chase. You wanted me to come, or keep a lookout, or what? What do you want me to do?
You can't do what I can do.
I'll stay here. I'll stay here with Vincenzi.
Okay. All right.
If you have any trouble, Chase, what are you gonna do?
Phone. Not literally phone. Put your phone on vibrate, and I'll hit your number.
I mean, we could bring the car a bit closer, and then you can have comms. But then, if you talk, I don't know how that works with your powers.
No, that'll give me away.
Okay.
I know what I can do. Give me the comms, and I'll tap twice on the comm if there's trouble. You'll hear it.
Okay,
like
maybe
that.
more than twice, just in case it could be an accident,
Okay.
Make it a pattern or something like do SOS.
Dot
Okay.
dash dot.
Yeah, I know
That'd be the one.
I know SOS.
Good.
SOS.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna move the car a bit closer, though. That's depending on what we see up there.
Okay.
Let's just go a block, see what we see. All right.
Okay.
Okay, and as you get closer, you see that the place is cordoned off. There are police vehicles. There is ongoing investigation.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
nighttime, so they're kind of just it's under security guard basically. Nobody's actually investigating at this hour,
Okay.
but there are police guards.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. And I've got my FBI thing.
Okay, so you got your badge.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just to double check, I think that badge has a name on it.
Yeah. Can you give me the name? It's been a while since I've used it.
Yep, 1 minute, please. Oh, can I give it to you? Do I still have it? Do I still have this? I can't honestly find it off the bat. Well, we'll call it so it's FBI. Agent Gabe Ramirez.
Gabe Ramirez. Gabe Ramirez. Gabe. Hopefully, I won't have to use it. Gabe Ramirez. I can't say
So
Maria.
you do a distance drive by, and
Yep.
if you were just going past and head off back around the corner,
Yep.
and then park up in an alley another block back from that location. Okay.
Yep. Go.
Judgy turns the car off and the lights out.
Go into the shadows and then disappear.
Disappear. Okay, so you're obfuscated in the shadows, and you're going to move to the location, are you?
Yep.
Okay. So let's have a look at your character sheet. I'm pretty sure you've got obfuscate up the wazoo. What is your obfuscate? We know you've got dominate up the wazoo. Okay, so you've got 2 points in obfuscate, so you can move invisibly and quietly, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silence of death and unseen passage.
Yep.
This does require a rouse check, so we're going to make a rouse check to see if you burn any blood to do this. You do. You're now very hungry. Extremely hungry, to be fair.
Good.
Okay, so you get to the complex. The good news is you know your way around. The bad news is it's been very much burnt out. There's been explosions, and it's full of cops and guards.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you approach this?
I carefully work my way around people.
Okay.
Carefully work my way around people. Taking my time.
Okay. We're going to make a wits and awareness check while we're here.
And he's thinking, shit, I wish Peter was here.
Okay. As you're going in, you get past the outside exterior guards. That's not that hard because you're obfuscated; they can't see you. But as you're going in, you see the front end of a black truck parked inside there.
Yeah.
It is an unmarked truck. You've never seen it before.
Has it got cameras on it? Lots of cameras.
What would make you think that?
Oh, God, I'm looking out for everything.
You're metagaming.
No, I'm not metagaming. He doesn't trust anybody. I keep telling you this.
Yeah,
you made him untrustworthy. It's your fault.
Okay.
I honestly aren't metagaming. Don't trust anything. He's that bad.
Okay,
At the
we'll make a wits and an investigation check to see whether you notice anything about the truck in particular.
Well, but to be fair, he's not really paying that much attention to the truck, so
Right.
he might not get it.
Right. Well, and also you're only seeing the front end of it.
Yeah,
Through the entranceway from a
yeah,
distance.
yeah.
But you do get 4 successes. It looks what you can know, because you're a pilot and you've been around a lot of engineers and engineering, and you've been through
Yeah.
a war, is you can see that this truck
Yeah.
is heavily armored.
Mm.
The windows are very small, like an armored vehicle has small windows.
Okay.
And those windows have, like, you know how they have those grids on them that assist with the bulletproofing?
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah, yeah. Well, he moves as much as he can away from it because
Okay.
it's armored for a start.
Right. Well, it's parked inside the warehouse.
Yeah. Oh, I have to go round it?
Well,
Can I?
if you want to go into the warehouse, you have to go past it.
Okay, all right. I'll go past it as carefully as I can.
Okay. So we're going to make a stealth check. Dex and stealth. Here we go. 3 successes. All right. So you head in there, and you can see there is the back of the truck is opened up,
Yeah,
and there's a couple of people sitting in there, and you can see computer screens, and you can see monitors.
yeah.
And you can see this pretty sophisticated setup in there that exceeds anything you've seen before in terms of police presence.
Okay.
It's unusual in the sense that this is a location where they're investigating, but they appear to be surveying it as well. And at this point, you realize that there are security cameras up and around the place. They look like they are temporary ones, the sort that you can move around,
Okay.
you know, put up and take down pretty easily. And they seem to be running on some kind of wireless network, just from what you can see from
Okay.
that end of the area. You see some analysts in the back of the
Okay.
truck.
Okay.
But you also see that there is on one wall on the interior, there is a sliding door set out from the wall that looks like, in your experience, probably some kind of armory.
He's thinking just that. Shit. This is a bit more than we bargained on. Okay, he makes his way to where he thinks.
All right.
If he can manage it.
All right. You get to a doorway that usually it's like a swipe card kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
Or possibly, how would you have it? Would it be a swipe card or a fingerprint, or?
It'd be a fingerprint.
Okay, so you have a biometric.
If they have those. Yeah.
Well, even as vampires, you still have fingerprints.
Yeah, okay.
I suppose it would still work. I don't see any reason why not, unless it
Yeah.
requires sweat or something.
Or an eye
Maybe an eye scanner.
retina scan.
Okay, so typically it's a retina scanner.
Yeah.
Power is out and it's not working because of the explosion, and the door is wide open.
Okay.
And you head down the passageway. We're going to make a wits and awareness check.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're being exceptionally careful, right?
I am.
Told me.
Because I'm not Peter.
Right, so you peek around the corner and
Yep.
you look down the hallway to where the prison cells are,
Yep.
and you see there is a camera down there, and that one is not one of your cameras, it's one of their cameras, and the light is on.
Oh. Okay, yes.
Actually, you know what? It doesn't have a light. That would be stupid.
I'm figuring it would be on if they put one down there. It
Yeah,
makes common sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's got like a thing that's clamped to the wall with like a sucker pad.
Yeah.
or something like that, or it's been glued on or something. It's attached, and there's like a black box with a wire that goes up to the camera itself, which is just a little orb or half orb that's stuck to the wall,
Yeah.
about the size of a black tennis ball.
Okay.
And it's about 6 feet up off the ground at the end of the corridor, in the corner, facing all the way down the corridor. It has a view of the entire corridor and all the entrances and exits to the prison cells.
So it's going to get me. Gonna get me. Can you? Oh no, that's common sense. If they've got cameras. Okay, so I can't get to any of the cells, I figure.
Not without being in view of the camera.
Okay, this is sticky. What do I do? What do I do? Come on, think of something. All right, I'm going to. Is there? No, as soon as that camera goes out, they'll do something. Yeah. He can't think of a way around this, but can can he hear anything from the cells?
Heightened senses?
Yeah.
You don't hear anything from the cells.
No breathing, no.
What I can suggest to you out of game is that if they've gone down this corridor and they've gone to the trouble of putting a security camera there, then they've found the cells.
Yeah.
That's what's here, cells,
And,
right?
and whatever was in it, they would have taken.
So, no doubt they've looked inside the cells at this point. It's pretty obvious they must have been into the cells. And it's not usually the FBI or the police's kind of modus operandi to leave captive prisoners in somebody else's homemade prison cells.
Yeah. Okay.
They would take those people. If they found someone, they would take them out.
Yeah. Okay. So, assuming that, I will leave.
All right.
I will leave. So there is a chance they could still be alive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But I'll go back to where I saw those people and look in the truck again.
Yeah.
And do they have any kind of identification that affirms that they are FBI or?
Okay, well, you look in the back of the truck. Now, the first couple of things, the back of the truck that you can see, the open end of it extends about 4 meters. And then there's basically like a metal reinforced bulletproof, explosive proof door. Set into a wall that goes into the chamber behind it. That's closer towards the front of the truck, right?
Okay.
So there's at least half of the back of this truck you can't see into. At least half, maybe 3/4 of it you have not seen. The very back of the truck, which is just a space about the size of a bedroom cut in half, has 2 analysts and a bunch of security monitors and an armory set into the wall. And there's 2 figures there right now. These analysts are wearing
smocks.
Smocks?
Like doctor smocks or
no?
Lab coats.
Lab coats. That's the word I'm looking for.
They're in suits because they're FBI.
Yeah.
They are wearing body armor.
Body armor. Nah, that's not FBI.
They're wearing,
but I don't know what they would be if they're
wearing
not.
black uniforms with body armor with no identifiable markings on them.
Yeah, that's bloody Black Ops stuff. That's Black Ops stuff. So if they have no Yeah, identifying marking. Okay, I'm gonna get my shit out of there, and assume I could kiss goodbye to gold as well.
How? Okay, so tell me about where the gold is.
Well, Jules is a brainy little shit, so
Right.
yeah, she would have hit it really well.
Okay, so I'm going to suggest that the gold is in a vault up on the 3rd floor in Chase's office.
Yeah.
And looking around here, let's make a wits and awareness check. We've got like 1 minute before we're going to wrap up.
Okay.
Wits and awareness. Awareness. Fuck. Where is it? Here we go. What do we get? 4 successes. Okay. You see now that there are a couple of other cameras around, like the one in the hallway.
Yeah.
One of them is facing into Chase's office.
Okay.
There's one facing the main front entrance from above. And at this point, you realize that you must have gone through that, and you're surprised that they didn't catch you.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Now, I'm gonna look under the truck.
Okay. Very good.
Anything unusual under there? Because these bastards seem clever.
Unusual in what regard?
Well, I know it's stupid, but little cameras or anything? Because they're clever enough to have them everywhere else.
Make another wits and investigation for you. You don't see anything like that. I mean, it looks like it's reinforced against explosions. Like it looks like it's designed to survive a fucking landmine.
Okay, well, to get that camera that almost got me.
Yeah.
I'll go under the truck, crawl under the truck, and come out through that way, the front of the truck. If I'm explaining myself well enough. And so I'm not having to go past that camera. I've just gone under the truck and away.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I go back to Vincenzi.
All right. So you come out, sneak out of the place. You get back to Vincenzi.
Yeah.
Back to the car. Marshall, you see Chase open the door suddenly.
Look.
And I come back to being in front of your eyes.
You would have done that when you opened the door.
Okay. You as I'm touching, you see the door open. I come back to being. Yeah.
So you get in the car. Everything good? What happened?
Well, if I miss my guess, and a guess is all it is, they're not FBI. Their equipment is way too sophisticated.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they have an armored truck there. It's unbelievable, Vincenzi. And he describes what he saw. They've got analysts there. They've got
the FBI have analysts. They got mobile shit, I mean.
Yeah, but these guys are wearing body armor with no identifiable.
Black Ops.
Yeah, Black Ops.
Okay.
They're Black Ops.
They must have found something in there that set them off.
Well, here's the good news. Here's the good news. There's a good chance that Marshall's brother and that chick are still alive because they're not in the cells.
Well, if they're not there, then where are they? They haven't obviously been returned to the family. Someone's got them.
Somebody's detaining them, and I'm going to suspect somebody in the CIA or the FBI or some shit like that.
And what would they know? How much would they know? Point
Well,
towards you, Chase.
The good news is that when we were interviewing them, their minds were already pretty much severely trained against giving information. So I don't know. And I'm dead as far as anybody knows. I died in Vietnam. So somebody
You died in
here,
Vietnam.
yeah, as far as anybody
We'll have to
knows.
sit down, have a beer sometime, Chase, and tell me all about it.
Yeah, you don't want to know about Vietnam. Anyway,
You drink beer now, Chase. That's interesting.
yeah, I'd like to see me doing
Matter
that.
of speech. Figure of speech, you know.
And the thing I'd like to mention is, even if they mention my name, it could be a mercenary using my name. Because mercenaries often use the identities of dead people.
Well, I don't know. I think there's other problems too, Chase. If they got all these analysts in there, and they've probably done like a forensics sweep too, you know. We got security cameras that were there set up on loops. If they get access to that data, they're gonna see everybody that ever went in there. Certainly everybody in the last 48 hours. I mean, I don't know what your deal was with your security loops, but if they, if they check that data, I mean, even if you erase the data every 24 hours, or even if you erase it every hour or something, they have ways of getting into those hard drives and copying off stuff that's been erased. It was real expensive forensic data recovery, and we used to have to put in for it, and we'd have to sign fucking forms and all kinds of shit just to get them to do it. It cost thousands of dollars for every megabyte of data.
Then it's already too late.
They might have everything.
And if they do, I'm fucked.
You're not fucked. What are you talking about? You're right here. You're fine.
Well, in the sense that the prince won't be happy.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, he'll be kicking my ass.
So what are we going to do to get it back?
What are we going to do to get it back? We've got to, what, blow it all up?
There was only two guys you said in there, Chase.
I could go in there, but I reckon they'd name me pretty much straight away, even if I use that false pass.
Yeah, I'm thinking more along the lines of we figure out who they are and who they work for, and we trace it back to the beginning, and we infiltrate their headquarters, and then we eliminate the whole fucking department.
Did you get the number plate of the truck, Chase?
It doesn't have a number plate. It's Black Ops.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I suggest we start watching them.
Okay, so we're going to set up our own operation watching them. Okay, I can do that.
Yep. We're going to do the cop thing, Vincenzi. That's your department.
Okay, well, we need to look for a place around here that we can spy on them from, because I don't fancy sitting in a fucking car all day in the hot sun. So, okay, we're going to need a few people for this. I'm going to have to hire some investigators and maybe some old cops I used to know.
Okay, and put them on our payroll.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll look into that.
And they haven't had the barbecue yet, have they?
Oh, I think we missed the barbecue.
Oh.
That was the night everything went to haywire.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to have to figure that out again, because it'd be good to get some influence of the police.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get out of here, and I'll start working on this. Where do you guys want to be dropped off?
Okay. Where do you want to be dropped off, Marshal?
Well, what do you want to do?
Go to the club.
All right.
The club. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, out again.
I'll come with you. I could do with
Do the feet. Okay, so
Some
let's
dinner.
say out of game, you guys go to the club and you feed. And
Yep.
we shall leave you at the Succubus Club for the beginning
Yes.
of next session.
Okay.
Yes.
Try and remember that.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to go.
Writing a note.
Because
Yes, you're going to go and watch the Queen's funeral.
No, I'm going to
My
go.
wife's been bugging me about it. Going, oh, look at the TV, look at the TV. And I'm like,
they'll repeat it again. They'll repeat it again.
I've been watching a really cool series called The Old Man, actually. It's fucking great.
The Old Man.
You don't need to watch a series called The Old Man. Just look at me. Yeah.
Just look in the mirror.
You'd like it, Barry. You'd fucking love it, actually.
What's it about?
It's about this dude who, like, cutting a long story short, he's an some sort of special ops dude, some kind of very highly trained badass motherfucker who is now like 60 or 70 years old, and he's getting the onsets of dementia. He has to piss like 4 times a day or 4 times a night while he's asleep, you know. He's old. He's an old dude, and he's done shit in his past that's catching up with him. And now he has to deal with all of the James Bond shit that goes on with the people chasing him. Although that being said, I painted it as if it's some kind of high fantasy. It's not. It's very realistic with very realistic fights and shit in it. It's really good. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys. You have a good night.
Thank you.
And
sorry about my distraction. I've been working non-stop in days.
Oh, good man.
All weekends. From